Also, text us at Real Radio 47142, or you can email us, Jimmy at realradio921.com. Dolphins played tonight. It's our last preseason game. They were up in Tampa, so we'll see how that turns out. And then before you know it, we'll be ready for the season. The Tua drama with Flores seems to quiet down a little, but I think it is still out there. So we'll see what happens with that, if it gets brought up anymore. But a lot of people did have a reaction to that. I think everybody at least one time or another has been on a first date, and a lot of people don't like first dates, and they don't like dating, and people always say dating's a pain in the ass. And it is. It's not the best thing in the world because you're starting over. But Franny,
it should be fun, though, right?
What are the things you don't order on a first date? Lobster?
Well, I mean, yes, we know that there's certain things you always hear, like pasta or things with a lot of garlic. But, yes, they came out with a list, and you can always participate. 47142 started off with Real Radio and add on to this. So, yeah, they said these are foods you should not order on a first date, according to Delish, which is a foodie website. Of course, anything too garlicky. Like, you don't want your deadly garlic breath to be the reason your date won't get close to you after dinner. Or, I always say, just have them have something garlicky so you guys just cancel each other out.
That's
if you
good.
choose to do it,
That's
too.
smart.
Oh,
Right?
right.
Just cancel each other out. Why not?
So if they don't do it, do you maybe like feed them and go, here, have some garlic?
But I love this. They say, according to this one study, 40% of people are looking for someone who's passionate about food. I think I'm one of those people because I am very passionate about food. And 38% admit fussy eaters are a turnoff. So, yes, they show, this is research, safest foods to order on a first date.
Good thing I'm not dating.
So the safest foods, and then we'll get into the ones you shouldn't, they put on their pizza, burgers, and a salad are what they consider safe foods.
Oh, right.
Yep, and these are the ones to avoid. Of course, I said garlic, anything garlicky. Onions, especially the raw red ones, which I love. A red onion, especially in a salad. So, right, I guess I'm I'm happy I'm not dating too, I guess, according to this, because I like garlic, I like onions. Pho or ramen, or pho or ramen, which are both delicious. But they say that
What is that?
They're noodles. So it's a noodle soup. So pho is a Vietnamese noodle soup.
Oh, okay.
And ramen, I believe, is more Chinese or Japanese, but they're both noodle soups.
I picked up on the ramen, but I
Yes.
didn't know if it was that.
So
Clearly it is.
They're
Right.
putting them in the same category because
Okay.
they're similar. One's Vietnamese, one's not. So pho, but like it's a soup. They say it's a mess. But beyond the slurping and the threat of getting liquid on your chin or shirt and the steam of the hot bowl, they said, so don't order those. Buttered noodles. These fall into the fussy eater category, and it's a good idea to steer clear of any item from the kids' menu altogether.
Well,
is what they claim.
That is more of a childish thing. Isn't
Yes.
it?
Wings or ribs. I get it, right? Messy.
yeah.
It doesn't really get much messier than wings or ribs. But, I mean, if you're both getting down and dirty, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the
dig in,
first
honey.
date. I think, you're a little trying to put out your best, and you don't want to maybe spill something or look sloppy. Somebody says, well, you got stuff all over your mouth. What are we doing?
But if somebody was like, hey, let's go sports bar and get some beer and some wings on a first date, I'm like, cool, sign me up. Salad, even though the study does give it a thumbs up, they said, but there is a lot that can get stuck in your teeth with a salad. They say broccoli, same thing, basically guaranteed to get stuck in your teeth. I really don't have an issue with broccoli getting stuck in my teeth. Cheese. But that's only really if you're lactose, because it says it can lead to digestive side effects that are anything but sexy. But that's only if you have any kind of, I'm guessing, any lactose intolerance or something. I don't know.
It'll make it gassy? Is that what they're trying to
Maybe. That's what they're saying. You'll get a little farty.
Oh, all right.
Finger foods, like a wings, right? You may want to be more comfortable with someone before you eat with your hands in front of them. Especially, like you said, crab, lobster, stuff like that.
And don't wipe your hands on their stuff.
no? On their shirt?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is over.
Honey, can I have your dress?
Yeah.
Here, I need to wipe my hands.
Yep.
I got to get a manicure tomorrow, and I just don't want this on the side. I mean, come on.
And then finally on here, the one that we always, the spaghetti and meatballs, right? The risk of getting sauce on your face, clothes, whatever.
Oh,
is
but it was so romantic
too,
in that.
I know. You shared a noodle with Lady and the
Yeah,
Tramp. I
yeah.
get it. I know. I don't understand it
Well,
either.
she was a tramp.
He's the tramp. She's the lady.
Oh.
Lady in the Tramp.
What is the definition of a tramp, would you say?
Well,
Say-
that
say-
was
say you
just
sleep
the
with-
name of that dog.
Say
but
you sleep with people,
it's
three
a,
people
like
a week.
like a slutty person.
Would you say 3 people in a week is slutty?
I don't care what you do. I mean, I don't know. If you're single, you do what you want.
Okay.
I'm not going to call you a slut. I don't know.
Jimmy? That's a lot. 3 in a week.
If you're just casually dating with people, I wouldn't necessarily call it slutty. No,
Yeah.
no.
I would.
3 people in one night.
Yes, right?
I call that that might be a little bit.
I mean, unless it's all together, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What?
What happened here? Perfect time.
Foursome. Yeah, it'd be a
In
foursome.
one night.
Yes.
All right. Sign me up.
Oh, Jimmy's in.
I have that video.
Oh, you do? I'm out. 4's too many. How much would that cost? Let's do a Greek misspeak spin the wheel.
Wow. Way too much.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right. It is time to get out the wheel. It's been quite a while. And
You definitely have to lube it up then,
Hold on,
right?
it's way over here.
Get that WD-40.
All right, hold on. Son of a gun. I don't know why they keep doing this thing. All right, yeah. We haven't used this thing in quite a while, so hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get this thing. All right, hold on. That's right. I can't do that there, right?
Wow.
All right, we got new oil. I got some new oil.
I hear that.
Yeah. All right, you ready, Franny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Go.
Let's do it.
here we might go. Oh, number 128. Here you go, kids.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Nice.
What was it called on there?
Yeah.
The Bill de Babo?
Yep.
Yep.
I talked to a couple Steeler fans, and they don't really have anything in the back.
Damn it.
And also, we found out about a broken heart. We have Herman in the horn.
I don't know if I've ever heard this language. What?
On the Classic is zooming up before you know it, man, because my phone is blumping off the hook.
What's happening?
And that should be the weather today. High is 77. It should reach about 74.
You're not even trying anymore, are you?
Well, I think that's great for him. Again,
Good for him.
He's accomplished a lot.
Bless you.
It is so far in the parking, and I mean, it's beyond the night. I'm starting to notice little people getting a little laxative.
We're going to invent some words today because we're master wordsmiths.
Bye, Tom.
Maybe, Tom. Tom thought I was going to muff the rock.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
Wow.
That could hurt.
I feel like there was a lot of made-up words in that one.
Just a couple.
A lot.
I don't think anything I say is made up.
I-
It just comes out. That is the last thing I want to hear before I go. I told my doctor that the other day when they sat me down and they said, you have some serious problems and we got to sit you down. I said, the last thing I want to hear is Jimmy's laugh. Great job, Jimmy. As always, thank you. Greek Misspeaks all day long. If you guys want to request, we'll do it for $100 and a pizza. But we'll probably waive the pizza, but not the $100. You could text us, you could email us, or you could email Jimmy. And we'll get it going, and we'll play it for you. It is a Friday, so today we got a lot of different things going on. Your chance to win a gift card to New York Prime for $125. My favorite restaurant, bar none. I could be in there 7 nights a week, and I would say 5. I'm in there 5 nights a week. Great place. You'll love the food. You'll love the atmosphere. And there's a chance, maybe, I told them next week's a chance Frances might stop in New York Prime. She might. At least drive by, I said. Would you say that? Maybe drive by?
I mean, it's not really on my way to where I have to go, but okay.
Well, you'll drive past 95. You'll drive past.
Don't make promises I can't keep.
I said a maybe. I didn't want them to get excited because
All
the
right.
staff went crazy. They're like, oh, my God. So what are signs that you have seen, and in this article you have, that your ex is a terrible person?
I think we all have some signs that we know that our ex is a terrible person. But yeah, according to BuzzFeed, this was the ending moment where they were like, this is it. I'm done. Because maybe they said something or they did something awful. But these are 17 couples that broke up because one of them did something awful, according to this list. And start off, he said she was jealous of me spending time with my sister and implied our relationship wasn't normal. I was so grossed out by the implications and dumped her the next day. I get it.
So what was he saying? She was saying like he was banging his sister?
Well, she just said, like, yeah, they spent a lot of time together. And she was like, it's just not normal, the two of you, how much time you guys spend together.
Yeah, I mean, I think, that's nice.
And that's what he
They're
said.
good.
I was grossed out by the implications, like what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she was implying there. And he was like, all right, we don't belong together. Yeah, adios.
Family first.
Yep. I briefly dated a girl who never cleaned her adult toys. It was all I could do to not retch. I played it off like the batteries had died in it, and just because she always wanted to like use them, and he was like, no, thank you. I can't even imagine what those look like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, is that something you would say, like, going in, like, hey, when's the last time you cleaned these?
I mean, obviously, he was so grossed out, he broke up with her. So that's how disgusting it was for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Paint a picture.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'd describe it maybe crusty.
At least. I don't know.
I don't know.
Things come to mind that I don't want to say.
It says, I showered at his place after staying over and asked for a towel, right? He gave me one, which had literal skin flakes on it.
Oh.
I asked for a clean one, and he asked me what I meant. He didn't realize that you need to wash towels because they just have water on them, so they clean themselves, is what he said.
Well,
Because, when you
then
get
you're getting out of the shower
Well,
and you're clean.
I mean, he doesn't have good hygiene, but to end it?
Yeah, ended it. Grossed out.
Wow.
Because the guy had no idea that you're supposed to clean your towels.
Yeah, that seems a bit.
Yeah.
There's got to be other things there, right?
And maybe if it's just the beginning, though, if you're like the feelings aren't 100% there, you're like, all right, I'm out. It's enough.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Enough.
This one, I told him I needed space. The next day, I got a text from a random number claiming to be his sister, saying he was in the hospital. I knew it was him using a spoofing app, so I blocked the number. She said this man lied to me on several occasions by telling me he'd been shot, stabbed, and poisoned.
Oh, nice.
I was naive and lonely at that time in my life, but this was a breaking point for me. I dove headfirst into therapy and never looked back. Wow.
Sounds like you were ready to break it off anyway, right?
Yeah.
In that
Saying that I
particular
need a
case.
break?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need space.
Uh-huh. And the fact that he like pretended to be his sister, so she felt bad, like, oh, he's in the hospital. Yeah, that's a little loco. Little loco. He bragged about how he cheated on all of his high school girlfriends. Yet I was still shocked when he did the same thing to me. Yeah.
Never understood that.
I don't get it either. They said a woman I was dating doted on my kids as though they were her own, but she treated her biological kids like they no longer existed or mattered. That was a massive red flag. Years later, I still feel bad for her kids and pray everything turned out well for them. So done with that one. These are people who are like, these moments happen and they're like, yeah, we don't belong together. He was on trial for kidnapping and manslaughter.
Oh, wow.
That's
Man, everybody needs a fresh start.
Yep. But I didn't find out until he was found guilty of the kidnapping charges. Not manslaughter, though, all right?
Oh, all right, good.
Okay. So
But he kept trying to call me from the jail. She was like,
Collect?
Not answer those calls, yeah.
And that's what he opened up with, Jimmy. I got off on manslaughter.
Hey.
You're really taking this way too deep. Come on, we got a future.
This one, my
bad
ex,
attorney.
my ex used to say that she wanted to be inside my skin.
Oh, God.
Wow.
It was her way of saying
that's-
she desired me, but it was so off-putting. When I asked her to stop, she couldn't understand what was so uncomfortable about it. Pretty soon after that, I went on a week-long work trip. 3 days in, she asked if she could see other people while I was gone. I broke up with her pretty much instantaneously. Yeah, she sounds like a loco person.
That's when you say, I have been. Yeah, so you might as well. What's going on?
This one, things happen. She got super drunk at my sister-in-law's house. After spilling a second glass of red wine on the white carpet, we opted to move her glass further away from the edge of the table. As soon as we left, she screamed at me in a full-fledged rage for not defending her. She was like, you're the one who made a mistake. That, with people like that, when my sister doesn't drink anymore, but she was always known for, like, she talks with her hands and breaking glasses and making messes at my house. So I opted to give her plastic cups after that.
Kitty cups with lids.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to keep your wine glasses intact. Let's see if you have anything you want to add. Like, he excitedly showed me a box of things he'd been collecting from me without my knowledge.
From her.
This includes strands of my hair,
Oh,
taped
God.
up neatly, bobby pins I wore to prom, my fingerprints, and a saliva sample
Oh.
he took out of the trash from a forensics class
Oh,
experiment.
my God, he's size.
He thought this was a romantic gesture or something, but it made me realize how creepy and obsessive this guy was.
That's right out of a movie.
Right? That is so
Crazy.
scary and creepy. Instantly turn off. The swastika tattoo I found on her chest was obviously and immediately a turn off.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know if you can say you were
Wow.
drunk that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little beyond that, huh?
Yeah,
Holy
this
smokes.
is terrible. Oh my God, this is terrible. We have a few more on here, but my mom had just died a few weeks earlier, and I was exhausted, right? In a traumatic phase of grief after a year of watching her, cancer treatments and stuff like that. So the woman I was seeing told me I needed to get over it and can't just be alone inside all the time. He was like, I never spoke to her again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be with somebody who's that insensitive.
Exactly.
Right? She was looking at clothes in the mall. If she pulled something off the display shelf and didn't like it, she would just toss it on the ground because someone gets paid to put it back on the rack.
Oh, yeah, one of those. That's praying.
Terrible person. A few more. We went to the restaurant and she treated the server like absolute S-bomb. Yeah, that was it for me. We always hear this, right? Suddenly has zero interest in her. That's a common one. I went away with my ex and saw his toothbrush for the first time. It had black mold growing on it.
Ugh, God.
And the bristles were so flat that the toothbrush had a middle part. I had a conversation with about hygiene and told him to get a new toothbrush, but the cursed toothbrush was still there. And I stayed at his place 2 weeks later, and it was still there. So I ended it. She ended it because of that. How grossed out. It's disgusting. That is really gross.
And that's a sign, right, of other things. I mean, you got to wonder what else is going on.
You don't want to live with that.
Yeah.
And then finally here, I found out my girlfriend had several fake social media accounts that she used to bully strangers and harass women she knew, including my ex-wife. So I instantly dumped her.
Yeah, that's instant.
Yeah. So if you have any you want to add that are crazy like that, please do so. 47142 is the text line. Just started off with Real Radio.
They're going to be tough to top those, but those were some wing dingers, I got to tell you. And that is pretty sad when you realize your ex is terrible. Let us know. Maybe something they did, something they said, something where you were just like, you know what? I'm not for you. You're not for me. It's all fair. We'll just go in a different direction.
Food you don't eat. Sarah B says, if you're with the right person, it doesn't matter what you eat on a first date at 47142. And then somebody says, first date food, no hold the heart and lungs, please. I don't know. No haggis? What's that? No, Haggis. Hold the heart and lungs, please. I am so sorry I don't get it. I was hoping maybe you guys did. A first date food, no, haggis. Hold the heart and lungs, please. Is that maybe from a movie or a quote, or I don't know. Help us out. Break that down for us. 47142.
Oh, it's a food, apparently.
Oh, is it?
Haggis itself.
All right,
It's
well,
a
thank you.
savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, minced with chopped onions, oatmeal, spices, and salt mixed with stock, cooked while traditionally encased in the animal's stomach. Oh, okay. Well, now I get it.
Okay,
Now I
thank
get
you.
it. I don't even have to
Sounds
finish.
disgusting.
I'm not going to finish that.
Thank you for looking that up.
It is the Penthouse. If you got something that could top that, jump in. Let us know. It is a Friday, so you got a chance to win a gift card to New York Prime, $125. We'll come back with
12:45, by the way. But just if you're new, we kind of switch things around. So 12:45 is the time that we're doing the giveaway, and we're playing Florida Man Fridays.
Yeah, 12:45. Pay attention, people. Come on, huh? And we'll come back with this day in history in the trifecta. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb has been selling eyewear, glasses, and each of the frames are named after one of her songs.
They're all called Stay?
She's got other songs.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Watch for emergency vehicles still on the scene of a crash southbound 95 near the exit ramp to Atlantic Avenue. An earlier crash northbound 95 at Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, now on the left shoulder. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Hey, it's the Greek, and football is back. Preseason right now and college football next week. There's only one place to bet in Florida, and that's the Hard Rock. Download the app today. It's easy. You can bet the NFL, college, straight bets, parlays, future, and prop bets. It's all there for you. Only place to bet is with Hard Rock. Download the Hard Rock app today. It's simple. And win some cash. Florida's got another gem. It's sports betting, and it's only at Hard Rock. Pace.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Top reasons your career wants you to move to Ohio. Thousands of high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, science, and more. The career you want and a life you'll love. Have it all in the heart of it all. Go to callohiohome.com.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Megadeth. Destroy all enemies tour. With Mudvayne. Saturday, August 24th, I Think Financial Amphitheater. Special guest, All That Remains. Megadeth. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Megadeth. With Mudvayne, part of the Ford Concert Series.
Is there a sticker on your garage door? If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers are not created equal. No matter who installed your garage door, you can call us to repair it. Our technicians are expertly trained on the widest range of equipment with the experience to solve any problem. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. After we fix it, we'll put our sticker on it. So your husband has someone to call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes. Yep.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming?
Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 degrees through the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some of the humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as we do have a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the first person to receive the Medal of Honor. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Between the lines, far beyond legal and ethical limits, and under the surface,
too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events. Is somebody messing with us? Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, Jimmy! If I hear that Go Gators trash come out of your mouth one more time, I swear you're gonna get your own misspeak, you understand me?
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
He didn't finish it with a Go Dogs?
Go Gators.
That was funny.
Over under 4.5.
That was actually from yesterday, but I heard it this morning. I was like, oh, I got to play that, even though it was a day old.
I love it.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Good morning and welcome to the show. Thanks for always tuning into R&R. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And, of course, Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for a trifecta in this day in history.
Riders up. It's Greek Trifecta.
Yankees are hitting all of a sudden. They got hot again, and Judge is hitting home runs like I get lap dances. Number 48 yesterday. They won 6-0 over the Guardians. This weekend, now they got a series with Colorado. This is where they should sweep and make some hay on the Orioles. Orioles lost last night to the Astros, and the Mets did win last night in San Diego, I believe, and the Marlins fired their manager. A lot of things are happening in baseball. Dolphins are up in Tampa Bay, and they are taking on Tampa Bay tonight, and this is their last preseason game of the season, and then before you know it, it'll be regular season when they open up. And they will open up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And college football is back tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Florida State against Georgia Tech in Ireland. We like Georgia Tech plus the 10.5. It was 13 a week ago, but we like Georgia Tech still with the 10.5. And that is your Greeks trifecta. And it's over to Jimmy for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, we are going way back to 1305, and William Wallace on this day was executed for treason, condemned for leading Scottish resistance forces during the first years of the long and ultimately successful struggle to free Scotland from English rule. By the way, I saw a picture of him when I got this. Doesn't look anything like Mel Gibson.
No, not at all, huh?
101 years ago today, 1923, radio's first comedians went on the air in New York. Ernie Hare and Billy Jones. They called themselves the Happiness Boys. And they did a novelty song called Barney Google and another one that's called I've Never Seen a Straight Banana.
Wow.
I have to look that up because that sounds funny.
Have you ever seen a straight banana?
Can't say I have.
I don't know.
51 years ago today, 1973, a botched bank robbery in Stockholm resulted in a hostage situation, and over the course of a 6-day standoff, the captives formed an unlikely bond with their captor, giving the rise to the term Stockholm Syndrome. 39 years ago today, 1985, Michael J. Fox starred in Teen Wolf, a basketball-playing werewolf. 35 years ago today, 1989, as punishment for betting on baseball, Cincinnati Reds manager Pete Rose accepts a settlement that includes a lifetime ban from the game. 28 years ago today, 1996, Osama bin Laden issues a message entitled A Declaration of War against the Americans occupying the land of the two holy places. That didn't work out too well there for you, buddy, did it? 26 years ago today, in 1998, That 70s Show debuted on Fox. Were you a big fan of Survivor, Franny, Greek?
I watched like the first season, and I think I fell off.
Well, on this day in 2000, Richard Hatch was announced the winner of Season 1 of Survivor. 17 years ago today, in 2007, Brian May from Queen earned his doctorate in astrophysics from London's Imperial College. And finally, 14 years ago today, I don't like ending on a bad note. You know what? I won't even say that one.
All right.
We're going to end with Brian May getting his doctorate. And that's what happened on August 23rd in our history.
Thank you, Jimmy. Great job. We do it once a show. Jimmy, you got some interesting stats on J-Lo. She's a girl who's had a couple of relationships, a few.
Just a couple.
Yeah. People are asking me if she's calling me and texting me. I'm like, I don't know. But do you think she's the problem, or is she picking the wrong men? The other day, there was like a video on Instagram of the last 8 guys she went with in a horse race. Oh, my God. It was hilarious. The stuff that people come up with.
They made him like into a fake horse race?
Yeah, 8 guys.
I bet that was a pretty good video.
That
I'd
was
love
funny.
to see that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, apparently, and I think we've talked about this too before when she broke up with A-Rod. When the two of them broke up, we heard about this, that she doesn't give back her engagement rings.
Yeah,
at least that's something I think we've talked about. It sounded vaguely familiar when I read this. So going along those lines, apparently she has this habit of not returning engagement rings when her relationships go sour. A ring which, matter of fact, the ring that Ben gave her this time around was engraved with the phrase, not going anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Well, guess what? How'd that work out
Went
for you?
somewhere, huh?
So anyway, that would give Jennifer a $17 million collection of engagement rings, the most expensive being the $6.5 million blue diamond she got from Mark Anthony. According to this list, though, number 1 was from, and help me with this, Ojani Noah. Is that the first engagement that she had?
I'm not really sure.
The one that he gave her was worth $130,000. J-Lo married him in 97 and divorced him in 98. Chris Judd was next. That was a $200,000 ring. He married Jennifer in 2001, and they were divorced in 2002. Ben Affleck's first run around. Now, of course, we know they didn't get married, but they were engaged, and that engagement ring that he gave her was worth 2.6 million buckaroos.
And she didn't give that back.
Well, you should have just used that. Be like, hey, I already gave you one.
Yeah, you still got that?
Yeah.
Can we just use that one again?
Yeah, but I don't want to bring this
Please?
up, but can you use it?
Ben gave that to her, of course, in 2002, and they never made it to the altar. They broke up in 2004. Mark Anthony is the next dude on the list. Now, I already mentioned his, and that was a whopping 6.5 million buckaroos he spent. They got married in 2004 and stayed married until 2011. So, hey, that was worth it, right?
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah,
A virtual, I like this, how they put this, a virtual lifetime for Jennifer. 7 years.
That was long. She's got 2 beautiful kids.
Of course, the next one on the list as far as getting engaged was Alex Rodriguez, otherwise affectionately known as A-Rod. His was worth $2 million that he gave her. He popped the question in 2019, but they split up in 2021. And the next, of course, was the latest from Ben Affleck, which is estimated, I guess they're saying here, at $5.6 million. So when you add it all up, the total value of all the engagement rings Jennifer Lopez has received is a little over $17 million.
Wow.
She used to be Jenny from the block.
She can just retire on those.
Yeah, she used to be Jenny from the block. Now she owes the block.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing people say traditionally, and again, there is no tradition because most people don't care. If you break up with somebody, then you give the ring back. If not, the girl usually keeps the ring. I mean, that's what supposedly is out there.
Now, this says that apparently she has a habit of this. Do you think it's true? I mean, because this is just speculation,
Yeah,
right?
we don't know, right?
Do we really know? I
No.
mean, I don't think anybody has a picture of her jewelry box, but
I don't know. I mean, if it's out there, it could be true. But, I mean, if she broke up with me, you got to get back. You'd be like, and I think what Franny said, Ben should have said the first time. The second time, like, hey, you still got that? I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
Can we just reuse it?
But, man, they didn't even there was an article I read over the weekend and just said, like, they're only married 2 years. He said after the first year he was done. I don't think his relationship with his ex helped either. I think that caused some tension, and plus him with the paparazzi and her. But, yeah, you know, I don't know. You should give it back. I just feel like you should. Give us a call on this if you have an opinion, 877-927-6969. If you're engaged to somebody and it's called off, the other person calls it off, well, then we say the female, the woman should accept it, whoever you're dating, whatever. But if it's the other way around and the girl breaks up with you, do you think they should give it back?
Well, I guess it's really got to go by every circumstance, right? I mean, if the woman breaks up with the guy, but the guy cheated on her, should she give it back? Since really the breakup was his fault.
Was his fault.
You know, or you could say vice versa too. I'm not trying to pick on a gender here, but you know, the idea is if one person cheats and the other, you know, and then the other person breaks up as a result of that, should they give it back? I don't know. I just think that every circumstance is different.
But I think if there is cheating involved and it is on the guy's side, then yes, keep the ring. But if she cheated, give the ring back.
Yeah, I mean,
there you go. Yeah.
If it's just somebody gets cold feet, that's what I was thinking. Like somebody says, "Hey, you know what?"
That's why I say, it doesn't have to be cheating either. You just sometimes you just break up. You just realize that you're not meant to be married.
Yeah,
I think you should give it back then too.
Yeah, there's no doubt you should give it back. If you're like, "Hey, you know what?" Now, if you're the guy and you called it off, then you just keep it and say, "You know what? We had a good run."
And that's why, it's like with hers, I don't recall how these all. You know, these breakups happened.
Yeah.
You know, with Mark, I don't know. Did Mark Anthony break up with her?
I don't.
You know, and ask for a divorce?
It's been so long, I have no idea.
Even all this right now with Ben and J-Lo, I mean, do we really, it seems to be mutual from everything that we've seen, right? I mean, there's no cheating that we know of.
I mean, it's just so crazy. Every situation is different. Like you said, like the thing with Mark Anthony, she was married for 7 years. They have 2 kids. So it's almost like, you know what? Just throw it in like the pots and pans. But with Ben, I memean, it's only 2 years. I don't know. I mean, she got $7 million out of him. Wow. She crushed him. Ben's going to be doing
8.2 to be exact.
To be exact.
At least according to this.
I got to call his accountant. I had 7. What do you got? I got 8.2. It's crazy. I mean, it just is.
And how bad does Chris Judd feel when he sees this? I mean, this was only 200.
I mean, he was a backup dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a backup dancer, I think, or something. So he doesn't have the money of a Mark Anthony.
And he spent a ton.
Affleck.
He spent $200,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ben, I did see just recently that the Hulk Hogan biopic is not happening. Biopic, whatever you want to call it, it's not happening.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like we'd heard of him and Matt Damon bought the rights to it. They were going to do it. But maybe this is a different one. So I don't know. Were there 2 Hulk Hogan films that were supposed to be working out?
I just heard one.
Well, this one.
I don't know.
This one is just breaking, and I'm looking right now. I didn't have my topics, but now that I'm reading it, it says that it was supposed to be with Chris Hemsworth. So this is a different one.
Oh, okay.
Which I actually can see Hemsworth doing a better job than Affleck as far as looks are concerned, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they revealed during an interview, and it's the director who is he directed Joker. That's coming out.
Oh, okay.
And I guess he was supposed to be directing this Hulk Hogan biopic. And they said that, he revealed that Netflix had pulled out of the deal, which made Hogan move on to other projects. So it looks like Hulk Hogan was even involved in this, too. They said, I love what we're trying to do, but that's not coming together for me, the director said. So it kind of sounds like it's on the director's side.
Oh,
so,
all right.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was supposed to be another film about him. The only one I knew of was that Gawker Hulk Hogan thing.
Yeah,
so maybe that one's still going on.
He's made it pretty clear in the one that just happened with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. If they do anything, he's coming after them. He doesn't want to be involved. I think it's a very touchy subject for him, obviously, and he just doesn't want it out there. So we'll see. And if somebody's fighting it, it's hard to do it because, I mean, again, before you even get into the film, you got lawyer fees and you got to go to court, and then they look at it and probably figure, like, is this even worth it? This might not even be, successful at the box office. But it's one of those situations. When you touch somebody's life, they're going to definitely have an involvement. He's a famous rapper, Meek Mill, and he's done very well for himself since he had a couple bumps in the road. but he invested $200,000 in the hat company Lids. That's a hat company that's usually at the malls all over the place. They make hats for everything, baseball, basketball, football, anything you can think of. And that $200,000 investment has paid off for him. It brought him in $8 million. That is unbelievable. So no pun intended, but hats off to him on that one. That was a very good investment. Wow, when you hear something like that, you're like, wow, $200,000 brought in $8 million. Whew, that is some serious cha-ching. And now I know why he always wears their hats when you see him. I'd be wearing them too. I'd be like, yeah, here you go.
Well, that'd be pretty bad if you were a competitor, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's like that night. Remember when Justin Timberlake opened up the Fountain Blue and they had pictures of him staying at the Wynn?
Oh, yeah. Somebody tried to make a big deal out of that, right?
Well, I think it made the Fountain Blue look bad. It really did. I thought so. I mean, that's something like, man, they just put you up and they give him like $7 million and you're not even staying there. That hotel has really gotten off to a bad path in the beginning. I don't know about now, but a lot of negative stuff came out about the Fountain Blue, and they put millions into that place, like all the casinos. But it just wasn't one of those situations where it was like, okay, people like it. And when it's out there with the public, it's tough. It just is, because the public has that in their mind. They're like, you know what? I heard bad things about it, and then they don't end up staying there, which sucks. But it does happen. There's no doubt about it. There's a guy in New Jersey who was playing at the MGM slot machines online, and it's the biggest win ever. $200 he put down online on the fruit slot machine, by the way, with the MGM properties, and he won $6 million. So that's the biggest win ever online for casino playing in New Jersey. That is some payoff. It's like mixed meals. Man, God, $200 he bet on that. Now, that's a lot to put in a slot machine. Not over a period of time. Oh, Jimmy, that's perfect. I sound like I'm right there. Not over a period of time, but, man, that is unbelievable.
I didn't know you play slot machines from a casino online.
I
guess in Jersey. I guess in Jersey they're allowed to. I don't think you are here.
Well, so he was playing at home, but it was owned by MGM.
Yeah, and it was online.
Got it.
My buddy sent me the article, and he said, look at this. Wow. I said, yeah, that's huge. And then football season is coming up. How many Americans do you think bet on football? Would you say ballpark will be betting on football? Some sort of betting, sports betting. 38 states, I believe it's legal now.
So we're talking legally.
Legally. Oh, yeah. We're not talking the other way.
Okay.
The other way we'll never know.
Yeah, I'll never figure it out.
Never.
Well, you figure the ones that are betting illegally are probably betting legally to some extent, right? There's a little bit. I'm sure they do a little bit of both, right?
I would agree. Yep.
How many Americans or how much money?
No, how many Americans do you think are going to bet on this football season? An estimate in our country. 38 states, it's legal. Some form of sports betting on football.
What do you think, Jimmy?
120 million people?
I'll take the under.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll go maybe.
That might be a little high.
Maybe a little more than half of that, maybe 65.
Wow. You're on fire. Let's go to casino. It's 73. Very close. That's what they're 73 million. And I thought that number was low, to be honest with you. But, yeah, it's legal, obviously, in the state of Florida with the Hard Rock app.
340 million people in the country, but a lot of those are underage. So, you got to take that out, right? And then you figure when you do the math that way, that's why I was going a little bit under half of the population, and again, only 38 states out of 50.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, 75. So that would seem about right. Yeah.
It's up tremendously from last year, and every year they said over the last 5 years it keeps going up, and that's because more states have it legal.
Sure.
And obviously you can bet in our state. It's the first season ever in the NFL that you can bet on sports betting. Last year it was legal, but it came in week 14. So this year you could do it from now until the Super Bowl in New Orleans, baby. So make sure if you're betting on the Hard Rock app and having a good time. And be safe. Don't do anything crazy. Bet with your head, not over it. Not my slogan, but it is a good one. 877-927-6969. If you got a situation where you knew, like, you know what, my ex is not for me, a terrible person, like Tua with the coach, Flores, let us know. If you're like, it's not for me, let us know. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Let's see if we have any text messages about J-Lo and the rings at 47142. Sarah texts and she said, how much of J-Lo's money went into those rings? Do we 100% know that she didn't spend a penny towards the cost of these rings? Just a thought. Could be right. She kind of seems like somebody who would pick out her own rings.
Could very well be.
Maybe
I think she did with Judd because, like you said, he was a backup dancer, and I think they met in a restaurant. I don't know. That $200,000 is a ton.
And then somebody says, online slot machines. I play often at Bovada. I believe that's how you say it.
In New Jersey, yeah. Right.
I play 777 slots. I've hit 6,000 on $25 spin. Cash out was simple.
Nice. Yeah, that's what it is. Online.
But it's a computer, right? Game?
Yeah, this was online.
I guess you're playing on your phone or laptop.
Yeah, computer online. And then haggis, that gross food that we looked up.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in and said it's against the law to make traditional haggis in the United States.
Oh.
Against the law.
Well, I believe the origin is Scotland from when I looked that up, according to Google.
I mean, it should be against the law. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it does.
There it is, people. If you got anything that you want to join in with us, always appreciate it. Text us, call us, or email Jimmy. And about the engagement rings. If you break up an engagement, should you keep the ring if you're the female? If, like Jimmy said, if there's other circumstances, then it changes it. Right now, we're just talking about somebody just saying, you know what? I don't think we can get to the finish line. I'm going to bail. Calling off a wedding is very difficult. It really is. It's not easy. It sucks. It's not a good thing. You feel terrible. But if it's not the right person, it's not the right person. And you don't want to end up in a divorce because the divorce is worse than calling off a wedding. It's like being down like 6,000. Then you stay another couple hours and you're down 17,000. You're like, that sucked. I should have left at 6.
It's just like it.
So use that same analogy. Jimmy, love you. I think it's a perfect one.
Identical.
I mean, it really
identical.
is.
Identical.
And what is the number that you can bitch about when you lose gambling? Me and my friends had this discussion last night, and boy, did it really range from a lot of people where you could actually have a complaint. But is it the amount or how you lose? Think about that. We're going to talk about this today in the Greek Zone, too. Like, if you lose, like that first preseason game when they called the game off, that was a real hammer hacker job. I mean, you were like, are you kidding me? Talk about getting deboinged. Franny, we got some Florida stories. What's on the hopper? Any drugs on the beach? I'm going this weekend.
Just a bunch of people getting deboinged, I guess.
Any drugs in Orlando? I'm going there this weekend.
Are you?
Yeah.
Send me a picture.
Not in the story, but I have a feeling there's a lot of drugs in Orlando, especially downtown. Go to Church Street. But we have a...
Sounds like knowledge.
Church?
That's what one
standard spelling.
We've got another creepo sicko that is off the streets. I will let you know what he did at Walmart. Then local story that made TMZ. Man, these road rage incidents are just getting out of control. Like, why do you want to risk your life or go to jail because of this? Plus, didn't turn out very well for a guy who decided to hide his drugs in a certain part of his body.
Ooh.
I will let you know what I'm talking about.
Armpit?
It's not his armpit.
Okay.
I'll let you know the details when we come back in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
We've got a crash here on 95. That's going to be southbound on the ramp from Hyperlux, so that on-ramp is currently closed. The turnpike's accident-free so far, but we do have some road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive blocking the left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the first person to receive the Medal of Honor. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You've got a Pepto predicament, beach bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming?
Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace!
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
A secure retirement just doesn't happen by accident. When that day comes, what's most important to you? Are you sure to have more money than month? What about unexpected medical costs? Do you want to leave something to the kids or the grandkids? I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know we specialize in these questions and can help make your retirement dream a reality with some of the highest guarantees in the business. Imagine getting up to a guaranteed 12% growth on your retirement income and up to a 30% bonus up front just for opening an account. If you have funds sitting idle in an old 401k or IRA, consider guaranteeing it to secure the peace of mind you deserve. Don't leave your financial security to chance. Take advantage of the highest guarantees I've seen in my career. Call Trajan today at 561-390-1000. That's 561-390-1000. Or visit us online at TrajanWealth.com.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in Florida as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
iHeartRadio, let's go!
Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Christopher Chambers enlisted in the U.S. Navy and later graduated from SEAL training. He was conducting a nighttime raid on a ship that was illegally transporting advanced lethal aid from Iran to Houthi forces in Yemen when he died in the line of duty. Christopher was 37 years old. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation provided Christopher's wife and young daughter with a mortgage-free home. Help America's heroes and their families. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 in the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some of the humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as they do with a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop Labor Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You
been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, Clemson! Georgia's gonna kick your teeth so far down your throat, you're gonna look at toothbrushes as sex toys! Shut up, Jimmy! You're next! Woo!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Probably my favorite person in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, probably. Oh, that's fun. And if you're like, wow, the heck did we do that? That's a talkback. You just have to download the iHeartRadio app if you have not yet. Search for Real Radio 921, and you can leave us a little voice message that we will play on air. And we'll definitely play it on air if you guys are fans of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. I know we're in Florida. Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. This is Franny. Good morning to you. Of course, we have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And football this weekend. Tomorrow or next week officially kicks off football. But I know we do have a game tomorrow in Ireland. It's Georgia Tech and FSU.
How about that, huh?
That'll be exciting to watch some college ball. Hey, G-Man. Hello.
Good.
Ooh.
Ooh. We doing Florida stories?
Sure.
Florida.
Florida. Sorry to bother you.
WTF.
What is Florida?
We need for to host.
I came in a little late, and I apologize.
That's fine.
I lost my slide in the hall. Very difficult.
All right. So we have a creeper, creep. Joshua Gaines. Thank God he is behind bars. He's facing over 400 counts of child porn possession. This dude was hitting up Wally World during back to school shopping is what he was doing, specifically pretending to shop. He used a hidden camera and a small black bag to record video of children. Yes, children. He aimed the camera to capture video of them up skirts, all this kind of stuff, trying to get him into the dressing room, put his bag under there. Most of his action, as I mentioned, occurred in the back to school section where there was many young girls present. They said he had previously been trespassed from that store last year after secretly recording young girls. So he's got a trespassing thing, and the guy's still in there. And that's how we always say, like, how do you know? How are you able to catch it? But yeah, back in the same one, doing the same thing. He claims he wasn't aware that he wasn't allowed to return there. An employee did finally recognize him after a couple times after witnessing the same suspicious behavior that he did in 2023. They called officers to the store. They said he was initially arrested on charges of trespassing, but when they found his GoPro camera and 2 cellular devices, they obtained search warrants, discovered files that revealed hundreds of images. So, of course, that sparked a slew of brand new charges against him. Let's keep him behind bars. How about that?
Let's just throw the key away.
How about that? Yeah.
We don't have to worry about trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was the real problem. Trespassing.
2021, he was found sleeping on a bench outside of an elementary school. Like, who knows what he was doing that. He was charged with trespassing there, too, on school grounds. So, yeah, this guy's disgusting. Next up in your What the Florida happened. What's up? 1017 Port St. Lucie. Like, hey, let's keep our cool, Fizzle. Let's do that. Let's chill out. Because cops in Florida, I'm going to post this video if you haven't. No, we don't want to raise the roof with this guy.
No?
No, I'm going to post this video if you have not seen it yet. It's been making its rounds. In fact, this was on TMZ. Cops in Florida arrested a driver who brandished a firearm during a heated road rage incident. And it was all captured on video, of course. Port St. Lucie Police Department released the footage yesterday showing the driver getting out of his Mercedes-Benz, walking up to a couple in a pickup truck with a gun in his hand.
Scary.
The man, who they later identified, 63-year-old Paul Slane. You guys know Paul?
No, nothing.
No Paul Slane. I'm sure somebody listening may though. Yeah, appears to point the firearm at the two motorists as he is reaching inside the vehicle. He then demands the cell phone of the woman who's recording him. During this whole exchange, police say that he struck both the driver and the passenger in the process of all of this crazy stuff. And as I mentioned, there is video while pointing a handgun at the two victims. Then, not only he's like behind them, then he stopped in front of them, got in front of them on the roadway. And they say the video appears to pick up immediately after that happened. They said he fled the scene, but was ultimately stopped by St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputy and arrested on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of attempted armed robbery and 2 counts of simple battery. Now, I wonder if that armed robbery is because he reached in their vehicle. Possibly, right? I don't know. Yeah, but he's got his pretty mugshot all over the place. They did recover the handgun that was used, and they said he is currently sitting in the St. Lucie County Jail with no bond.
Good.
Yes. And then, man, this does not turn out good. Sometimes when you hide drugs, you got to be careful. And Central Florida man detained outside of a DeLand drug house during a narcotic search warrant had a medical emergency and was later pronounced deceased because he hid drugs inside of his mouth, is what he did.
Inside of his mouth.
Yes, detectives were executing a search warrant from this house, and it was an undercover investigation during a drug sale. 5 people inside the house were detained, seated outside. One of them, 54-year-old Cornell McKinney, was not verbally responding to detectives. A lot of like, that was it.
Oh, I see.
To get his information. So detectives suspected that maybe he was trying to conceal something or swallow them or whatever, and implored him several times to open his mouth and spit out whatever he was chewing on, and he refused to do so. Kept on just chewing away, hiding whatever it was in his mouth. Well, eventually they were like, we need some medical assistance. Yeah, not smart, dude. He refused to cooperate and then became unresponsive. They said they did all kinds of life-saving measures on him, and they did recover 3 plastic baggies from his mouth and throat, 2 of which contained heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine. I mean, what does this guy think is going to happen? Chewing and swallowing all of that stuff. So, unfortunately, from not being too bright, this guy passed away because of that. And that is your very happy dose of what the floor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. That's a lot of good things happening. Right.
Sunshine and rainbows, you guys.
And road rage is crazy out there. So, not that you don't need to hear this, but it's just out there. Don't get involved. It's not worth it. People carry stuff. People have guns, and it's just not worth it. If somebody cuts you off, just let it go. And just be like, go ahead. It's a parking spot. You get
It's tough because I get that way too. I get angry, but you have to. And watch out for these scammers too, because they're out there in like these old junker cars. They have no insurance, and they're trying to get you to hit them, even though obviously they're in the wrong. But they'll find a way to make it look like it's your fault. And again, it's just another way to scam you out of money too. But those 2 big things, I mean, you're absolutely right, Greek. The road rage out there is just getting worse and worse and worse.
And it's not worth it. It's just not. And it's not worth your life, God forbid, or getting hurt, or your family or friends or whatever you're doing. If somebody's that unstable, stay away from them. And let them take the lane or let them take that parking spot, and you just walk away, drive away, and you know what? It's not worth it. And we all got stuff going on, and we all react sometimes in life where we shouldn't. Maybe we get overexcited or mad. I do it. We all do it, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. So be smart. You know what Steve Martin says is not worth it? He said the Oscars, they're cheap. He said they don't pay good. He said the Golden Globes do, but he's not going to host the Oscars again. I guess they asked him already. He's done it 3 times. He won't do it a 4th time. He said it's a tremendous amount of work. They start in the summer, which I can't understand. Like, it takes that long to come up with a monologue?
Events in general, though. I mean, it's for monologues or just to throw the Oscars?
He says he starts working on the monologue in the summer.
Okay.
The article I read.
Okay.
And preparing and doing different things. And it's a very long process. And he did say they're not too, they don't pay great money.
Speaking of Steve Martin, I'm telling you guys, I highly recommend it. They're about to go into season 4. So you have 3 seasons to binge watch if you have Hulu. That Only Murders in the Building.
I heard that's great.
So good. I've watched every season. I'm so excited about season 4 coming out. And already the cast, the OG cast is Martin Short, Steve Martin, Selena Gomez. Then a few seasons, they brought in Meryl Streep last season. Paul Rudd was on last season. They have like a lot of, Sting was on, I think, the first season.
Oh, really?
So they have a lot of, and like people, big names. This season, Meryl Streep is back. Eugene Levy, Molly Shannon,
Wow.
Jane Lynch, Zach Galifianakis are all going to be joining that cast. So, I mean, not only do you have an amazing cast to begin with, but it's just a good show. Highly recommend.
What's it called again?
It is called Only Murders in the Building. And so season 4 premieres on Tuesday if you're a fan.
And that's taking place in an apartment building in New York City?
Yes.
So again, they have a great segue every year to bring in new people because just like apartments, you're in and out, in and out. You know, somebody lives someplace, then they move. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard great things about it. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have Tom checking in with the Penthouse. Hey, Tom, how you doing today, bud?
Hey, good morning. I just got in the car and caught your tail end on the road rage, and I got a little bit of a theory. I just have my eyes reopened. I just bought another car, and I've been driving a stick around. You'll experience some road rage. Try to stick where you're getting off the red light, going through the gears, and the people behind you are on your ass. So I think maybe a partial contributing factor, besides just there's so many more of us on the road these days, is there's a lot more automatics, newer cars, and people are just gunning it from point A to point B. I mean, I'm not an old person by any stretch of the imagination, but I can only go so fast in first gear until I shift to second. And I got the F550 on my back, breathing. You know, all I see is the bumper. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's just people in general. I mean, you could be at the light and be for a second, and somebody will blast you. And I think today also a lot of people think everybody's on their phone, or they see you maybe on your phone or something like that. And just people's patience everywhere seems to be a lot less. But like I said, it's sad. It's never worth an argument, a fight, or somebody getting hurt.
Yeah, and people are in a big hurry, Tom, everywhere you go, and I can understand the circumstances you're talking about there. And then, that other thing, too, the Greek's talking about is, all right, yeah, as soon as the light turns green, boom, people are, honking their horns and things like that. And I understand, not that I am justifying or saying that that's a good thing, but then how many times you sit there and somebody is on their phone, and they're not paying attention with a green light, and then by the time he finally she finally sees it, they go through, and then nobody else can go through.
Just a polite little horn, just a little little honk, let them know.
You got to give it a little bit of time, right? Give it a little bit more than a half a second. So I mean, it's a combination on both sides of it, Tom. And but I hear you out there. Not too many people even know what a stick is.
Yeah.
Here's another one I've been seeing a lot lately. The right turn on red from the extreme left lane.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, sometimes, though, people say to themselves, I was with a girl one time and she did that, and I looked at her, I go, you know what you just did? She goes, well, I think this way is quicker. So she just went right across.
Yeah.
But I was like, but you just cut off 3 people. You
just cut 3 lanes of traffic off.
She goes, but I'm doing it right on red. I said, I understand, but that's also my side. I might get hit. It's craziness.
People blow through red lights.
Yeah.
Every cycle at a traffic light, you can watch somebody go through a red light.
I agree.
On my way to work every single day, right here on 45th Street. I see it every day.
And that's just one intersection.
And guess what?
You can
there was
see
a
them anywhere.
huge accident on my way to work right there where people blow through that light.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, Jimmy, working with you over the years, you've said that. And because you've said that so much to me, I could say 3 or 4 times you've saved me from an accident that it hits in my head. Like, wait, because there's always somebody that comes through.
So when you get to green, you wait an extra half a second.
Even last night, I was coming home, I would say about 12, 11:30, whatever it was, and somebody, blew right through it. And I thought for a second, I would have been done.
Right.
Without a doubt.
That, and I've also noticed too, and there's somebody, I don't know why it comes up, maybe just because of location, Port St. Lucie, but they constantly post every day videos of a bus stop that's on US 1 in Port St. Lucie, and people drive right past the bus with its red lights flashing, and then boom, the cops are waiting because apparently they're there every day. I guess they monitor that bus stop every day because clearly it happens so much because this person puts up a TikTok video every single day of people blowing by this bus at this one specific stop on US 1. So please, people, come on. It's a bus. Stop when the red lights are flashing. Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
Thanks, Tom, for the call, and thank you for listening.
Hey, good weekend to you all, and go Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. Let's see what happens. Are they going to bounce back this year? I mean, after losing 6 in a row last year, everybody's saying, can the Eagles be fixed? I don't know. It's going to be tough.
We do have a few texts. 47142 started off with a Real Radio. Online slots. I also hit big on Bet US or Bet Us. Was that what it's just Bet US in slots? $10,000 on a $50 spin.
Wow.
Cash out was crypto for that one. They said that Bovado winning because you said New Jersey. They said this wasn't actually in South Florida.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. He with the Florida story, the one in Port St. Lucie, the road rage, said he probably was charged with armed robbery because he tried to take her phone while brandishing a firearm. So there you go.
Oh, all right.
From Sarah B,
Well,
that
then
makes sense.
Okay.
The guy in Port St. Lucie that approached the couple is lucky he didn't get shot. If you look at the driver, has a gun too.
Ooh.
And you can see that video now. It is up on realradio921.com. Just click on the Penthouse blog. And then we have a follow on the story you told about the road rage incident is that the driver of the truck was holding a gun when the fool approached him. They released some of the cell phone footage his girlfriend was filming inside the truck. You can see the driver's gun and hear him ask, should I shoot him?
Oh, God.
And that's from Kevin in Jupiter. So thank you for the heads up. And then a random message, 47142, said, I just went on Instagram, and the first thing that popped up was Britney Spears doing her weirdo dance wearing either a bra and panties or a bikini. She was pulling the bottoms down, which she always does. She's always pulling down on her bottoms. She was pulling her bottoms down and flashed just above her hot pocket. There was a tattoo. It looked like it said parking in rear, but it happened so quickly, I can't really be sure.
Wow.
Right?
That's different.
Gotta go check that out during the break, I guess.
That is different.
Tom had said go Eagles there at the end. And just a real quick thing that I saw this morning. Did you see that Bruce Springsteen was playing in Philadelphia and he got booed because in one of his songs it talks about the Giants.
Oh, really?
And everything in the Meadowlands. So all of a sudden the crowd started booing when he sang those lines. I thought that was pretty
I
funny.
did see that.
Philly fans, I mean, I've been all over the country. I got to say, are the worst. And I went to 2 games. And you do not wear even today, you do not wear any other jersey. And every other stadium is cool, or it seems to be cool. But that place, man, it's bad.
Yeah, mornings on the Gator with Jason, he went to a Dolphins game over there last year. And he had video of him walking through the crowd. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
In Philly?
Yeah. Wearing all this Dolphin stuff.
Would you say, Greek, that it's any jersey or specifically Giants or Cowboys?
I would say Giants or Cowboys brings it out.
I mean, that really will
Pisses
bring
them
it
off.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. But same thing at MetLife. You wear an Eagles jersey there and forget about or a Cowboys jersey at MetLife. I mean,
we were there. We had our
you-
situation.
You two can tell a story about our former host that wore a Cowboys jersey at Giants Stadium at a Giants game one time.
Well,
of course-
and not just that, he's lippy too. You know who we're
Yeah.
talking about, Johnny C.
We went
Johnny?
opening night. We went opening
Oh,
night
yeah.
to that
Johnny?
stadium. Yeah, we went opening
Me
night.
and him almost got in fights. Not with each other, but with people. Him and I.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? And the Cowboys won, so that was interesting too.
Did we leave early?
No, I think we stayed till the end. I don't know. I don't remember, but I know when we were leaving, he was still talking S-bombs to Giants fans in the parking lot. And we're like, we got to go.
Well, and again, if you're flipping your flapper, that is one thing, and that might, and again, in today's day and age, you talk about road rage. I mean, we're going to start seeing probably more of that come up too, violence at these games. But just in general, if you're wearing a jersey of a competitor, especially a division opponent too, I mean,
it bothers me all the time. I say it because the teams have billions of dollars and there should just be more security. I think there should be more signs up. If you start a fight or in a fight, you're going to get kicked out. I think they should do videos, all that stuff to try to prevent it because people have gotten seriously injured, comas, problems, room for life, get thrown downstairs. And that's cement down there. I mean, when people start fighting, and it happens every year. And it just happened 2 weeks ago. The Rams were playing the Cowboys, and a brutal fight broke out. And there's no excuse for the NFL. They have billions. There should be security, tons more security than they have, but they don't do it. Jimmy, it is time for a Greek misspeak. Spin the wheel.
All right, let's get the wheel back out. Every time I leave the studio, somebody puts it away.
It's not me.
All right.
Greek.
All right, here we go. And nope. Hold on. All right, hold on. And there we go. All right, and all right, it's nice and lubed up for you. You ready, Greek?
Yes, sir.
All right, here you go, and let her rip. Number 156. Here you go, kids. Send in your requests.
This is your Greek Mystique
But Franny says when it's all done, a lot of people got plans to spend some ula casho soso.
Hello, I like money.
If you're interested in betting on this, so the Rams are 4-point phasers as of today.
Biophasers. 4 phases locked and ready to fire. Biophasers.
And then 12 o'clock, we're going to try some elk for the first time.
Big day.
That's an elk.
He can make jokes out of anything.
I said to her, I need a bodyguard, Pam. Since you dated one, maybe you'll be my bodyguard.
Good luck. Hope you like weird boobs.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Give me the Bucks.
I knew. Over the ramps.
Yep.
Laying 3 in a short biz.
What?
Fake no more shower shots.
Damn it!
You're strapped in, with the tape into the lazy boy, and then they uncut you at 11:30 at night.
That was strangely arousing.
Remember, when you're down, you get up. When you get up, you go down.
Going down.
Going down. Going down. Awesome. Thank you, Jimmy. Great job, as always. Coach McDaniel is the coach of the Dolphins, and his look is going viral. People are talking about it on the 4-letter network and radio stations down here across the country. Some people describe it on the 4-letter network. They said he looks like a character out of Miami Vice waiting to meet Sonny Crockett for a tip. I saw him last week, and I thought his hair was a little crazy, but it's out there from what it first was. And he's, he's wearing the shades a lot more. His outfits are always different. He wears like one pant leg up. And then he wears these sneakers, and he has like this label on the sneakers, a tag hanging out. And it's different. It is definitely a different look. But it went viral the other day. He had a press conference in Tampa. His beard's a little different, that look. But yeah, everybody's talking about it. It goes viral. And his comments, too. He throws a lot of he's sarcastic a little bit with the media, which is fun. But yeah, his whole look, if you check him out, and on the 4-letter network, they had him when he first started to now. Yeah. You see the whole different look.
Well, that meme made its way around social media because it's a very clean-cut look in the first one with like a golf shirt style Miami Dolphins logo and everything. And then the second one's got his hair's kind of grown out, and it looks kind of, like he's got it slicked back, a little bit.
It just looked like he gets out of bed.
Yeah.
Like, just here I am, and that's it.
And there's been all kinds of different memes going around about that, but I thought that was very funny. I think somebody sent that to us too the other day, Wednesday. I think it was the first time I'd seen it. It is a funny picture. And then, of course, there's been variations now of that where they're putting a third picture of Pacino in Blow and stuff like that, right?
Now, he does wear glasses. I think the glasses that you're seeing him now are prescription, and he's just wearing them, but he's wearing them all the time, like inside, outside. So that's part of it, like when he did this press conference.
Yeah, because even the first picture, I think he has
regular, like
glasses,
you have glasses.
Right?
Yeah. And he has glasses on. But yeah, it's funny. And then I was down Dolphin Stadium last week, and I had a question for the girl, and she said to me before I even got out, she goes, "Please don't ask me for the top that Coach McDaniel had on last night because we're sold out." So people like what he does. He's a good coach so far. They've won the last 2 years, but his look is definitely people checking it out and having a comment about it. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We're going to come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
When C-Lane said aneurysm, I've seen a couple of videos
of people having aneurysms?
Yeah. There was one where, I'll try to see if I can find this. He was just like walking into the lobby of a building.
Click favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And the news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
We got a crash here on 95. That's going to be southbound on the ramp from Hyperlux, so that on-ramp is currently closed. The turnpike's accident-free so far, but we got some road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive blocking the left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
Push Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Friday, August 30th, Hard Rock Live. With special guests, Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Tickets on sale now at myhrl.com or Ticketmaster.com. Push Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
And now, another insurance story from
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Top reasons your career wants you to move to Ohio. Thousands of high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, science, and more. The career you want and a life you'll love. Have it all in the heart of it all. Go to callohiohome.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes. Yep.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain with iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. On Wednesday night, Tina Charles became the second all-time leading scorer in WNBA history with 7,491 points, passing Hall of Famer Tina Thompson on the list. On the opposite side of the court Wednesday night was the woman who still leads the league, Diana Taurasi, by quite a margin, too. DT sits at 10,500 points and is adding to her total every game. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2x miles on everything you buy. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Today's giveaway is at 12:45, not 11:45. 12. That's when the big hand's on the other hand, and then you look at the hand. So it's 12:45 today. New York Prime gift card, my favorite spot in the world. I'm in that restaurant 5 days a week. And maybe sometimes 6. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
And it would be no Penthouse without her. Hello, Francis.
Hello.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
Yankees won yesterday. They are hitting all of a sudden. Good week for them. Took 2 out of 3 from Cleveland. The team was in first place. Judge hit another home run. He is unbelievable right now. He could get 60. He really could. He's got 48 with a week left and then 4 more weeks. And maybe he even gets 63. Who knows if he stays hot? But the Yankees won. They're in first place because the Orioles got beat last night. Mets ended up beating the Padres. And the Marlins fired their coach. Their manager's gone. And he was a really cool guy. I got to interview him a couple times. Dolphins tonight up in Tampa Bay. Don't expect a lot of starters to play a ton. Some, but not a lot. Last night there were some preseason games. And just like everything else, last week, there was so many unders. I think it was 14-2. And this week, both games last night went over. And football, college football starts tomorrow. Florida State, they are in Ireland as they take on Georgia Tech. That line was 13.5, and now it's 10.5. The money is coming in on the Yellow Jackets. Bzzz. Let's go Georgia Tech plus the 10.5. Make sure if you're betting on your Hard Rock app. And that is your Greek's Trifecta for lunchtime. Meow.
Couple of things here. We did get a text, and this actually did make me LOL. Says McDaniel looks like you're lucky I even showed up was a person. Like if that was a person, you're lucky I even showed up was a person. That's what it looks like.
No effort.
I love that. And then quickly here, because Trifecta is typically about sports, a sports thing. We don't really talk about soccer that much, but one of the biggest stars in the soccer world is Cristiano Ronaldo. And he celebrates breaking YouTube YouTube records with his channel launch. Like, we know that he is already one of the most followed people on Instagram, social media, stuff like that. He always is on like top of the
I was
list.
going to say the most, right?
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
second most, something like that.
Possibly. But yeah, he released a video unveiling a golden play button, which is given to channels for surpassing 1 million subscribers. And he did this in front of his children. But yeah, he just debuted on YouTube on Wednesday.
Wow.
And this guy, who knows what he has now, but yeah, already
It's amazing.
1 million subscribers. Is that not absolutely insane? They said it was an immediate success, hitting 1 million subscribers within 90 minutes of launching, becoming the fastest channel to ever achieve that milestone. So people, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. He's no stranger, they say, to breaking social media records, as his 636 million Instagram followers are the most among any account on the platform. He also boasts 170 million followers on Facebook and 112.6 million on X. So no surprise there that this guy is crushing it, still even with YouTube, 90 minutes with his channel launching.
I guess the biggest surprise there is that he didn't already have a YouTube channel.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
I would have thought that would have been established a while ago.
Mm-hmm. They're saying that already. Like I said, he had that 1 million with 90 minutes. I haven't looked now, but he's already surpassed 10 million subscribers.
It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Oh, look at that. He's passed 11 million subscribers.
I'm sure right now as we speak, it's just going. It just keeps on ticking.
It's
Keeps on ticking.
12 million
Yep.
right there.
Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We got Evan checking in with us. Hey, Evan, what's going on?
Hey, everyone. Welcome back, Greek.
Oh, thank you, Evan. It was only one day, but I'm back and I feel a lot better.
So it felt like a week to me.
Oh, you're so kind. You sound like my bookmaker.
You got that right.
34 million, by the way.
That sound like your book?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, Evan.
Wow.
No, that's fine. No, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I got two things for you. But first of all, Greek, something that really I never could understand, and maybe there's a backstory to it, but with the Marlins, why did they fire Joe Girardi after 1 year of being manager, and he was manager of the year? Now, let me ask, was there a backstory that he wanted to get fired so he can go to the Yankees? Because there's Yankees right next year. Is there something that you know behind that, or why would they do something like that?
I mean, I heard from numerous people that there was a lot of politics involved. He did not get along with the owner, and the direction of the team was in a different path. And again, like a lot of times in life, we find out if you don't, they say happy wife, happy life. If you don't get along with your boss, or your boss is telling you to do something, it's going to be a short career. We saw that with Flores that came out with Tua when Stephen Ross wanted to, and he didn't. Well, guess what happened? Flores got fired. So a lot of these guys are managers, and they also feel like if I'm going to take the heat, then I want to be involved in decisions with personnel and different things in the game and stuff like that. And it didn't seem like they just got along. And right now, the Marlins, they have a lot of problems. They really do. The organization's not doing well.
Since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, since 2003 or 23, that they 20 years ago, they're a pretty good team, and then they're crap after that.
Even a couple of years ago, they traded everybody. I mean, a couple of the guys they traded turned out to be all-stars. You got the guy in the Brewers, the guy on the Braves, Yelich and stuff like that, and a lot of guys, and they had them all in the farm system, and it's not a good franchise right now. There's some problems they got to correct, and I don't think it's the manager's fault because they don't have the talent. And the other thing is they don't draw fans, but they don't draw fans because I think a little bit of location, and they don't win, and that's a big problem.
Even when they're winning, the only time they're in the playoffs, they didn't even sell out.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a mess. But at the end of the day, they still make tons of money, and they got TV money, so it all works out.
Yeah, they're going to have it no matter what. Now, about 3 months ago, I told you a story about I have a convenience store right down the street from me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called a convenience because when I pull into my community, it's right there. I don't have to, that's why I go there.
Okay.
Well, I went to there, about 3 months ago, I told you I went to get lottery tickets and 2 cups of coffee, and I wanted to pay my coffee with my credit card and take cash for my tickets. And the lady wouldn't let me do it because she got confused that I was trying to,
Yeah, I remember.
Get that, and I went through all that crap. Yeah, I remember that story. Well, last night I went there again. I had, when you fill out lottery cards, you get 5 tickets on a card, right?
Yes, you fill it out.
Well, I had 10 of those filled out. And then my neighbor told me he wanted me to stop and get me 5 quick picks. So I went in last night. I handed the lady, and it was her again. Handed her the 10 tickets.
Okay.
And she goes, do you want anything else? And then she ran them through, and she goes, do you want anything else? And I said, yes, I want 5 quick picks. And there was a cashier next to her, but he was counting his money. He was cashing out, whatever. I think that's what they call it. And so I said, no, I want 5 quick picks of the same thing, of the same as on those tickets. And so the guy leaned over that works there. He goes, the same megas. He wants the 5 of the megas, right? So goes through, and she comes back, and she goes, okay, it's like, I think it was either $95 or $105. I said, wait a minute. I got $50 worth of tickets, and then $10 with and another $10 in quick picks, and then 2 coffees. It's like $65. And she goes, no, you wanted. So what she did, she took 5 of those filled out cards, ran those through, so made 25 more cards, and then she made it megaplier, because that's what she thought that I said and that guy. He goes, no. He said he just wanted 5 quick picks. So then she freaked out.
And what happened?
She did her freaking out thing again. She's like, well, this is, and she goes, listen, I'm tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my cash box back into the office, and I'll come out and I'll get it straightened out. So she was upset. I mean, this lady, and so there was people coming in, so she tells me, listen, you're going to have to wait until I got other people ahead of you now. So I'm sitting there waiting, and so I open up one of my coffees, and I start drinking. She goes, what are you doing? And I said, I'm sipping on my coffee. She goes, you haven't paid for that. I said, yes, you have my money. She goes, yeah, but it's not rung up yet, so you can't drink it.
Oh,
said,
wow.
Are you kidding me?
I think you need a new convenience store.
Yeah, I'd find a new place.
Yeah, because this is
sound
not
very convenient.
Yes, thank you, Francis. This doesn't sound convenient. You need some. You got your own store, buddy. That's it. Evan's Convenience Store.
Start your own.
That's right.
I'll come down.
Yep. Me and Jimmy will work first shift.
So last part of it, the guy comes out and he goes, listen, what do you want me to do? And I said, I just want to pay for what I have, and I'll pay for and pay for the coffees. He goes, no, the coffees are me. And she looked at the guy. She goes, you can't do that. He has to pay for that. And he was the manager, I found. And then so I don't know. I just finally walked out, and my girl told me, listen, I don't want you to go in that convenience store anymore. It's bad for your heart. I said, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. We don't want anything bad for your heart.
Yeah, now I got to go down the street, turn around, and come back now when I come into my community now, just because I can't take that. And then when I handed my tickets to my neighbor, gave him his 5 tickets, I told him the story, and he goes, oh, I know who you're talking about, the lady that looks like Debbie Downer that was on Saturday Night Live.
Okay. All right, so we'll be on the lookout for Debbie Downer.
Apparently there's a whole reputation to this lady.
That's exactly what this lady looks like, exactly like the actress that played Debbie Downer. I'm telling you, and that's it.
Rachel Drat, I believe is her name.
Who was?
Yeah. I'm telling you. And so we talked about it last night, and we thought maybe she's got health problems, or maybe somebody in the family has health problems, or maybe she just has mental problems. I don't know. But, there's something wrong. There's something broken inside her somewhere.
Well, don't hassle it, Evan. Find a new store, and don't worry about it. We'll kick off football season, and you'll forget all about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the zone or the locker room tomorrow.
Yeah, locker room will be good, and the Greek zone will get into some other stuff. But we appreciate the call, bro. You know we love you, and thank you for listening all the time.
Have fun.
Go Yanks.
Take care, Evan. By the way, looking at the Florida Lottery app, no wonder Evan went and got some tickets. $527 million for the Florida Mega Millions jackpot. Yep. That drawing is tonight.
Ooh.
Right?
That would definitely help pay FP&L. Do we have somebody else on hold?
We do. We have David on the line. David, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, bud?
Good afternoon, comrades.
What is up there, David? How is everything in your fishbowl?
My fishbowl. Everything is wonderful in my universe. Thank you.
Good.
Got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Well, first, do you travel much?
Do I travel much? If I have to, but I'm not a big traveler.
Well, have you ever seen Saturn?
Have I ever seen Saturn?
Yeah.
Up in the sky?
Planet. Have you ever seen Saturn?
I'm sure it's come across my eyes a couple times, but I might not have known, to be honest with you. I really don't pay attention to that stuff.
I pass it on the way home to work every day.
Oh, cool. Jimmy passes on his way home every day.
Have you ever seen Mars?
No, but I've been with a couple of people and girls that seem like they were from Mars.
Have you ever seen Uranus?
I knew that was going there somewhere, but no, I haven't. Thank you.
No? Curious. No? Well, all that being said, I mean, I'm really distraught that you still refuse to announce and discuss the scores from the Boston teams. I mean, you always do the Yankee scores, but you still don't bring up.
I do the Yankees, I do the Mets and the Marlins, and those are the three teams down here that I think people most recognize. And if the Red Sox do something good, I'll mention it, good, bad, or indifferent.
They're fighting. I mean, they still make me angry as hell.
No, they're having a better season than people thought. And you know what? They're playing good. I mean, a lot of people thought they were going to have one of the worst records in baseball, but they're doing okay.
They're dangerous, but I don't know if they're good. But, what about the Patriots now? I mean, we got the local boy. We got Jacoby, but then we also got Drake May, and there's a big quarterback.
I think they're going to go with May eventually and sit Jacoby. He looked good in the preseason. Again, the Patriots are a different organization, a different team without Belichick. I think they'll have a good defense, but, you never know. Maybe they get 6 wins, maybe 7.
You see, they talk about, it's one of these things that's crazy. If you in football, only in football. I mean, if you have a great rookie in basketball, you play him immediately. If you have a great rookie in
baseball,
pitcher in baseball, you play him immediately. But this thing with football, with rookie quarterbacks, it's like, especially recently and lately, I mean, do you play him immediately or do you sit him and let him watch and learn and take notes for a while?
I think that was the old way, but this year already you got 3 or 4 that are going to be starting on opening day. Daniels is going to be starting for Washington. Obviously, Williamson for the Bears. He's going to be starting. There's a couple other guys that already got the nod to be starting, right? Mix for the Denver Broncos. So, I mean, Knicks. So there's 3 right there. Richardson for the Colts. It's his second year, but he got hurt last year. So you got a couple of guys that are going to be starting. The Vikings were going to start their guy, JJ, but he got hurt. So there's 3 or 4 that are going to be starting.
So that's the issue with the Patriots. I mean, do they want to start Jacoby and kind of ease Drake May into the game, or they just want to throw him to the wolves immediately? And, I mean, you can't be afraid to play the kids. I mean, they're not babies.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, they're rookies, but they're not 8-year-olds.
Well, they believe in their confidence, too, getting banged up. Like Peyton Manning, when he was a rookie, threw 28 interceptions. But you know what? He went on to have a Hall of Fame career. A lot of times for these rookies, the first year is tough at quarterback. That's the only position. All the other positions, they throw them right in. But it's an organizational decision, and we'll see what happens. But 3 guys are starting already.
But, the good news is from tomorrow to the end of February, we got football every weekend.
That's right. It is a great news, and it's going to go fast. So enjoy it. Tomorrow, Florida State and Georgia Tech at 12 o'clock. So we hope we start on a good note and Georgia Tech covers. We appreciate the call, brother. Thank you so much.
A few minutes ago, go Jackets.
I said Georgia Tech. I said Georgia Tech. That's what I want.
Yeah, so why do you want Georgia Tech?
Because they're getting 11 points.
Oh, so you got money on the game, huh?
Well, I'm not watching it for my health.
Oh, yeah, you got to pay for your gas, right?
Oh, yeah, you know that. Gas is brutal. Kidding me. It's one of the biggest expenses I have. David, we love you, bro. We're going to go because we're almost at the top of the hour. But thanks for listening, and I'll give Boston some more love.
Take a trip to Uranus sometime.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. Probably cheaper. 877-937-6969.
I can vouch for that.
Jimmy can vouch for that. It definitely is a little bit less money. Give us a call on a couple of different things. You guys can call us or text us or email Jimmy on anything. If an engagement breaks up, should the girl keep the ring if she breaks it up? Or does she give it back and say, here, I'm get out? And we're talking about just somebody says, you know what? You're not for me long term. I've thought about it and I want out. Some people say yes. Some people say no. Let us know what you think.
Speaking of, I'm sorry, G-Man. Speaking of sports, I do want to show some love, and I know that Matt, my husband, has been 100% rooting him on because he's friends with the coach. His friend is Jonathan, and he is the coach If you are not watching right now, the the Little League World Series going on?
Oh, yeah.
Lake Mary has advanced to the U.S. final
wow.
of the Little League World Series.
All right.
So, yeah, great news. The Lake Mary All-Stars are heading to the U.S. final of the Little League World Series, securing a 6-3 victory over Nevada. That was yesterday.
Cool.
They played in Pennsylvania, but they're going to meet with Texas again on Saturday, tomorrow, for a spot in the championship game, which will be held on Sunday. So representing Florida.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Little League World Series are so cool, especially when there's a team from USA or a local team. You really get behind it. And it's good to see the kids the way they play, and they get so jacked up. And it's funny, the other night when the Yankees played the White Sox, I believe it was, when they played the other night, or was it the White Sox? I can't remember who they played. Maybe it's Detroit. Detroit, yeah. They showed all the guys in Major League Baseball, and there was a lot of them playing in Little League, the Little League World Series. And it just showed, you could see the baseball cards of the kids when they were like 12, 13, and then they ended up in the majors, which is a cool thing. And it shows you all the different guys and, you know, the way they came up and they were playing in the Little League World Series, which was really cool. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You could ask us anything, but on the table today, if an engagement breaks up, should the girl keep up the ring?
47142 started off with Real Radio. We just had a call from Evan. Somebody texted, do you think Evan is naked while he's talking to Greek? So there's a question. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think so.
And then talking about the cashier that drives him crazy. They said, well, maybe she has mental problems caused by customers. It could be a thing. And let's see, speaking of space, they should, because I was asking about all these planets, they should have those two astronauts stuck in the Boeing piece of junk conduct some important experiments, like what is the half-life of a McDonald's French fry? I mean, I'm sure they got other things they're doing up there. Yeah. So you can always participate. That text line is 47142.
Here it is, guys. You can always get involved. You can text us, you can call us, or you can email Jimmy on anything you want. Don't forget, next week we will announce Greek's Gridiron locations and what is going on this year. But we did tell you ETA Jets is sponsoring our big giveaway, 3-night stay at the Hard Rock Hotel, and a $200 gift card to Council Oak. And also we were throwing in a golf cart. Golf cart is something that people down here really do love. So we'll give you all the details and the locations for Greek's Gridiron 2024. It's a weekly thing. We hit the road, and if you beat me, you get a gift card to New York Prime for $125, and then your name goes into the hat that Francis picks, and maybe the grand prize, you'll win it all, and you'll go to Hard Rock for 3 nights. A beautiful property. It's great. There's so much to do there, and you'll have yourself a great time. And you're in Florida. You'll feel like you got on a plane and you went to Vegas, baby. Don't forget, too, the keyword, you got an opportunity to go to Vegas on iHeart. iHeart is giving you a great opportunity and $1,000. Are you kidding me? Hotel and airfare, and this company is giving it to you. Listen to that keyword, and you're going to have a chance to be on a bucket list of an event. It's coming at you, and you guys got an opportunity. We want a winner. We want somebody to win from Real Radio. That would make us so proud. Franny, I know we got some fun facts. Anything in the blender that you want to hit bzzz for?
Well, I do have some fun facts going your way, and it is about Puerto Rican's weapon of choice, knives, for National Knife Day.
I'm surprised.
I have some very interesting facts.
Are you sure?
Machete.
Yeah, machete. Well, yeah, every now
Same
and
thing,
then.
like kind of putting that together?
Same family.
Okay,
Right,
all right.
same family.
Same family.
I have...
So grandfather of knives.
I have those fun facts coming your way when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
We're everywhere you need to be. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We got a crash here on 95. That's going to be southbound on the ramp from Hyperlux, so that on-ramp is currently closed. The turnpike's accident-free so far, but we'd have some road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive blocking the left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
There are choices that can change your life.
Like the choice to start routine colorectal cancer screening at age 45.
It's one of the most common cancers for women and men, and it doesn't always have symptoms.
But there's good news. Routine screening can catch colorectal cancer early and even prevent it.
And there's even better news. You have screening options.
Make the choice to put your health first. Talk to your doctor about your screening options or visit cdc.gov/screenforlife for more information.
This is Greek sitting with Jeff Jr. of Trade Your Wealth. You've helped a lot of people determine how much to put into their 401k and what investments to put it into. But you mentioned a big mistake that most people make. What's that?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is leaving their 401k behind when they leave their job. And another big mistake is rolling it into your new 401k.
Really? Why is that?
By leaving it behind, you completely lose control. You never want to leave your money with an old employer. And if you roll it into a new 401k, you'll often have limited investment options and may incur costs to do so. Trajan Wealth can help complete the paperwork free of charge and do a tax-free rollover. We can then help invest it according to your exact retirement goals and not just what the employer's offering.
You've got an old 401k or one that you rolled to a new employer? Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor paid advertisement.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 degrees through the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some of the humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as we do have a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day weekend savings are here at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Looking to make the most money on the sale of your vehicle? GiveMeTheVin.com buys all makes and models from $2,000 to $200,000. They buy them all at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
The Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to the Penthouse on a Friday afternoon. Good day to you. Hopefully we are making your Friday good. Put a smile on your face, kicking off the weekend the right way. This is Franny. Good afternoon to you, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And we have G-Man around here too, but hey, let's get into some fun facts without him. How about that?
It's Franny's Fun Facts. His loss.
Exactly. He's going to miss all these cool things about knives. So today I will let you know, because we know the date is August 23rd. Tomorrow is actually National Knife Day, but I'm not going to be here.
Oh, all right.
And today's holidays, there's some, what I'm excited about.
We're allowed to cheat a little.
We are. We can cheat. And it's cheap flight day. They said, they said that this is a day to score some cheap flights. What do you think I said?
Okay.
Yeah, they said if Globetrotters, they say mark your calendar for today, because while many people associate late August with back to school shopping, cost-conscious travelers look forward to this as a season of discounted airfare. With kids returning to school and summer vacations coming to an end, now is the time to take advantage of these end-of-season travel deals.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Where are we going?
I know. I'm going to look into it. Anywhere. Let's see. What else is it?
We'll go to Scotland and get some haggis.
I'll pass.
I got a story about that, too.
I'll pass on that.
When you're done.
Yeah. It's the 23rd today. And this one, it's like, now I want one. It's National Cuban Sandwich Day, too.
Oh, all right.
Cuban sandwiches are delicious. But yes, we're going to get into some facts about knives that hopefully you do not know. I like to throw some knowledge on you. In the 15th century, when people used to go out to eat, they always all took their own knives with them. Unfortunately, might as well just take your own knife with you.
Smart.
Yep. If you're not aware, sharper knives mean fewer injuries. If your knife is blunt, it requires more force, which can lead to more accidents, they say. That's why you should have a good knife in your kitchen. If you use an extremely sharp knife when cutting onions, when you cut onions, you start crying up. They say that you may not cry as much. This is because that sharp knives, they do less damage to the onion's cell walls, releasing less, they say oxide, some kind of oxide, that it's an irritant that makes your eyes water.
Oh, all right.
So use a nice sharp one. The world's most expensive knife is known as the Gem of the Orient. Sounds fancy, huh? Mm-hmm. Currently valued at over $2 million.
Oh, I guess I'm not getting one of them.
It took 10 years to make and is adorned with 153 emeralds and 9 diamonds.
Does that help it cut?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Speaking of diamonds, they found a massive one.
Did you see that thing?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know about that. Can you kill 80 bears with a knife? With one knife, can you?
Daniel Boone did.
Yeah, they said you most likely can't, but one person in history allegedly can. Teddy Roosevelt, in his book, The Wilderness Man, named Confederate cavalry leader Wade Hampton III as someone who killed 80 bears with only a knife. You think it's real?
In one time, or
they said what he would usually do was to corner the bear and provoke it to charge. Then he would then dart to the side before stabbing it right in the heart.
So he didn't kill 80 in a row. This is just over the time he was out in the wilderness, over the years.
I guess 80 bears with one knife, yep.
That's a lot.
With Swiss,
That's a good knife, too.
Right? Swiss Army knives, one tool, and a Swiss knife is actually not from Switzerland. Did you know that? A Swiss knife has 33 different tools, and Switzerland manufactures all of them except one. What do you think it is, the tool?
For the 8 thing, the screwdriver.
No. There's a screw in the name.
Oh.
There's a screw in the name.
Screwball? No. I
I don't know.
The corkscrew.
I was going to go corkscrew. Damn it.
Said that actually comes.
You knew it, Greek.
I know. They say that tool actually comes from Japan.
I knew it.
The one tool, Swiss Army knife. They say a knife to cool you down on the inside. Yeah, not all knives are for mercy killing, though. This one aims to deal great damage to bring down a healthy but might be aggressive animal real quick. It's the injector knife by Wasp, which injects compressed gas into a victim when stabbed. It releases gas at 850 psi of pressure, creating a basketball-sized air pocket inside. That sounds terrible. It also freezes the surrounding organs in an instant.
I think anytime you get stabbed, it sucks.
That sounds terrible. Yeah, but that, and then you get like this blow-up thing of gas pressurized, pocket. That sounds horrible.
That's really a contract they don't want to miss.
And then finally, a contract you don't want to miss. In the 1900s, it was a bad time to get involved with French gangsters because of the Apache revolver. In technical sense, it is a handgun, but it has other uses. It also has a knife, and the handles are brass knuckles. They said, so for these reasons, it had high efficiency in close combat.
How about that, huh?
Yes, it was called an Apache revolver.
Run out of bullets, you can punch somebody with brass knuckles.
Yeah, or stab them.
Yeah.
Yep. And there you go for your fun facts about knives.
Thank you, Francis. Great job. We do it every show. Fun facts at 12:05. A lot of different unique things and a lot of things that revolve in the day we're in. Ben and J-Lo, you can bet offshore that they'll have a third go-around. Jimmy, would you take the odds? It's high.
Better be damn high for me to drop a unit on that. But you know what? I'll throw a couple bucks on it. Why not?
You never know. Some offshore people have it at over 90-1 that they will have
That's worth it.
a third time to go around.
Is there a time frame?
I don't know if there's a time
anywhere
frame.
It's a lifetime.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a time for that. I don't know. My buddy was telling me last night. I know they put their house up for sale. $68 million, if anybody wants to put a bid on it. I think they'll take $62.5. It's a word on the street. But it is $68 million. But you can bet offshore right now that they will have another round. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I really wouldn't. With those two, you just don't know.
It's a tough bet, though, as far as paying out, right?
Yeah. I think he gets back with Jennifer Garner again.
I mean, the only way to know is if they pass away.
That's right.
Unless there's a time frame, right?
Yeah.
Like it has to be within the next 5 years or whatever.
You're right.
I don't know.
I don't think there's, but you're 100% right. It could be 15 years down the road.
I don't think Jennifer Garner has any interest in being with him.
She has a boyfriend.
She does.
Yeah. Right.
And that's what, she's not getting back with that. She's got a guy she's been dating for a long time. I don't think she has any interest.
But they get along, right?
They do. They have a good relationship with their kids.
Yeah, they pal around a lot. She has said that, he used to come to her with the problems and everything like that. And all that. Now,
wasn't he having lunch or something with her? And then somebody was paparazzi was taking pictures of J-Lo on her bicycle. That was when the rumors were starting around that they were maybe splitting up soon. That was, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, something like that.
Yeah, it is amazing though with all these situations, even in sports with a trade. Like you start to hear rumors of somebody getting traded. The same thing with divorce, and more times than not, it's right.
Yeah, it comes true.
I mean, it really is. Now, I don't know where the rumors start, whether it's to help people maybe work around the house. I don't know, friends or whatever it is. But more rumors are true than not in a lot of that stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And like I said, same thing with sports. You start hearing somebody's not happy or they might get traded, and all of a sudden across the crawl, they get traded. And when I first heard the things with them, I was like, no way. Being that I just thought the second time, they really missed each other. They found it again, but no. And they were only married 2 years. And she said after the first year, and he said too, he was done. He was like, I'm out. But he ended up hanging in there one more year. And he also, there was an article that said that he wasn't even going to file divorce. He didn't want to deal with it. He said, let her do it.
Was it we're still Ben and J-Lo, right? Was it the Oscars or something, right? Is that where it started?
The Golden Globe.
Or the Golden Globe because of the pictures? Like he had that bitchy resting face and all that, right?
And she said something to him, and it looked like her. He said something to her, and it looks like she snapped. Yeah. And then there was also the video that they said, where they were walking, and he puts her in the car and slams the door shut.
Right. Okay.
They're like, they don't look very happy.
But that was sort of the beginning of it, right? And then, of course, the rumors start.
The Golden Globes was the first one, you're right, because everybody went on social media and said he looks pissed and mad.
Yeah.
And I guess she said something and they had her mic'd up or it came across where she was like, hey, everybody thinks you're mad.
Right. That's it.
And he was like, whatever. Ben was like, give me a cigarette and get me out of here. 877-927-69.
Does he still smoke?
Yes, he's
quit.
he's a chain smoker.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even the other day I saw him. They were showing him walking down the street.
Oh, and he's still smoking.
Yeah. I do know somebody who had a meeting with him a couple of years ago for something, and he said he must have knocked down, like, he felt like 15 in like 35 minutes.
No kidding.
Just boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's you're smoking more than one at the same time if you're knocking at 15 and 30 minutes.
That's what he said. He said he never finished them, but he just said, said he was a great guy, very nice, some project, but he said, man, he could smoke.
Oh.
And obviously he likes to drink too. He's had his problems with alcohol, try to get,
I might too if I was with her.
J-Lo? But J-Lo is only a couple years of his life. I mean, it was years ago, a couple years, and this time a couple years. He's had a lot of other people.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he seems like a complex guy. He definitely does. With a lot
Actually,
going.
I don't know. I might disagree with that. He seems to be the simple one. She seems to be the complex one.
No, I'm saying with his life, like all the problems he's had. He's had a lot of drama going on, different things.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, no, I know, but he's had serious stuff. Yeah. And the drinking's been a big problem for himself. And he's said it a lot of times. He stops, he continues on. Hopefully he can get the help he needs. And the good thing is they didn't have any kids. So that's a good thing. So they just separate and they go their separate ways. And it's out of the news cycle now because that's been one of the biggest topics that people have talked about. That, Taylor Swift, things like that. You could bet on Kelsey and her getting engaged or Kelsey and her getting breaking up. That's a relationship. He's thinking, is it on the Hard Rock app?
Let me go look.
I say they get engaged before the year ends.
Now, there's a good question as far as the Hard Rock. You ever think that, like, those weird, what would be considered offshore
Abstract
type, really obscure ones, do you think that'll ever make its way to casinos like that?
I don't think so, but anything's possible. And I think it's supply and demand like everything else. If enough people ask and they can get enough action on it, then they'll put it up. But that's always...
What do you got to ask?
You got to talk to Hard Rock. It's always been offshore. That has all the crazy. There's a couple of them that my friends are on that just... Like, he showed me one of them, like, the craziest things you would think of.
But these are all, what do you call them, offshore kind of stuff?
Yeah, legal casinos and legal betting places. But like that one, like I said, will Ben and J-Lo get back 90-1, something like that. All crazy stuff with President Trump, politics, all different things like that. Like when there's a speech.
Well, there's one, the presidential, right? Who's going to win, right? Just an outright like that. I mean, that doesn't seem like it would be too obscure to be in a casino.
No, it doesn't. I don't know if you can bet on presidential elections. I'm not sure.
I would say so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you do. I don't know if they do. I can't
remember. Offshore.
Oh, you can offshore.
Yeah.
But, in either Vegas or, well, we know it's not here, right?
No, I don't think
it's on Hard Rock.
I don't think Vegas has it, but I'm not 100% sure on presidential ones. But I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, but offshore, they'll have, like, when there's the Democratic or Republican convention, what color tie is he going to wear? President Trump. They would have that. And you could bet on that. Blue, is it red? You could do all that. They have all crazy things. Wow. And the Super Bowl has a lot of crazy props, too. I mean, when you see that, obviously the Gatorade's a crazy prop, and it's very popular.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them that you just look at, you say, well, but people look like, hey, there's an advantage, and that's it. I did hear from a good person that I know in Vegas said that this year he does think the national anthem thing's going to go away. There's been just too many problems the last couple of years. And he said that. He goes, I don't think you're going to see that this year because the timing's always off. We talked about it. When do they start? When don't they? And he said it just caused a big discrepancy.
And it's something that can be found out ahead of time.
Yep.
Because they practice it, obviously. And that seems to be, like, I remember specifically this last year, it was talked about, people were, trying to record it and beforehand and get an idea. And and then, there are tendencies that you could always go by, but I think didn't the controversy really start about 3 or 4 years ago where you couldn't hear the ending?
Yep.
You had no idea when it really ended, and, they figured there's no way to tell what the time was.
Well, the other problem this year, or over the last maybe 5-6 years, whatever it is, when it became more and more popular, there are a lot of people in the stadium that are extras that are there when it's being done.
Yeah.
So then if you're there, I could just be like, Jimmy, tape it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you call me and boom, there it is. And they couldn't stop that. And they said last year there was hundreds of people in the stands, getting ready to prepare because that's part of the, let's go through everything.
Yeah.
So This is what he told me. He goes, I think it's going to stop because there's been so many problems.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. And it makes sense. I could see that coming off the board, but I don't know. But it's such a popular one,
Yeah,
so that's the only other thing, right?
Mm-hmm. It is very popular, but I think you always hear the next couple of days a problem. Always.
Yeah.
Who's bitching? It started late. When did it start? Should you drag the last line? I mean, so, and I think the casinos, they don't want to deal with it.
Does it end when, and most of the time you can't hear it. A lot of times you can't even hear it. So.
Yeah, and also because the crowd jumps in.
Yeah.
Which is another problem.
Yeah,
it is the Penthouse.
You know what's popular, too, is a Greek misspeak, and it's that time to spin the wheel. I've got it all set up for it because it's my turn to spin the wheel for this week's Greek misspeak in review. And let's give it a yank. Here we go. All right, number 177. Here we go, kids.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
Anything we could do to help you at Real Radio and iHeart, our doors are always welcome.
Welcome home, douchebag.
Josh Allen owns the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He runs rapid over them.
That's not how you pronounce that.
Take an Advil with cornflakes.
They're great.
They just don't say, hey, I'm picking this team, and this is, they don't get an explanation.
What the fuck is that?
Always let us know what you think or not think.
I think not.
Wake up with us also with the Visa Network, which we are nice enough to be partners with for Greek Gridiron this year.
So nice of you.
We're very nice.
Shoppers,
What a
also
concept.
known as jawbreakers.
Oh,
Yeah.
they heard your treat.
Missed it by that much.
Barrow, I think the first month was injured a lot. He had that operation with his stomach.
He's working his way back.
Yeah, the abominable thing, whatever that was.
So today we're going to take a look at the abominable.
When you ask for stuff and you do it, and they do it, you got to be able to answer.
Could have said that better myself.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Jimmy at realradio921.com is the email address. I got this email in, and we were talking about haggis, right? That food that sounds a little disgusting. So this person wrote in saying, being from Scotland, I've had my share of haggis. It is a sheep's heart, liver, kidneys, and lungs ground up with rice, meat, and barley, and stuffed in a sheep's stomach to cook like a sausage. It's served and tastes like meatloaf and mashed potatoes and smashed turnips. Traditionally called haggis, it's also, I guess, neeps or tatties. It is, no lie, one of my favorite meals, and every time we go to Edinburgh, the first stop before even going to my B&B is Witherspoon's for my haggis and a tall pint of 5-pence ale. It's illegal here, and I'm assuming he meant by the States, because we are not allowed to consume lung by the government for health reasons. Bunch of crap, if you ask me. That's from our buddy Bill. Thank you so much for sending that in, Bill. I guess that's it's one of those things that do you think, Franny, in Greek, if you didn't know it ahead of time and somebody just served it to you, you might like it?
I mean, I will try anything once, but I don't like the texture of heart organs, liver, stuff like that. I just don't. To me, it's very grainy. Okay. So if it has the same, then I'm not down with it. But I mean, if somebody put it in front, I would try it.
Okay. I think I would too.
It just doesn't sound appetizing.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to know it though. It's one of those things that here, just put it down.
Yeah.
I'll try it once it's done, and then who knows whether I'd like it or not. I have no idea. But just after, I don't know, just thinking the way it's prepared. Well, maybe I would. Especially if it's ground up like that. I don't know.
We do have requests for a couple of misspeaks.
All right. Well,
there's no rhyme or reason. Doesn't say who it's from, but we just have Jimmy play misspeak 43 and 58. Please. We have on there 47142. 43 and 58.
Write that down. And all right, here's 43.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
She's being really shisty. She's been a little scandalous.
It's probably not
What did you just say?
That don't make no sense.
But for the most part, 2 and 3, 4 years, boom. Trash or burn, trash or burn.
What does that mean? It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't have to make sense.
I mean, she's so talented and so successful and done so much. I would tend to think no. Maybe somebody, a newcomer.
What the f*** is that?
Could you be a security officer? Could you do that, you think?
Nah, that's a little beneath.
All right.
The uniform sucks.
Okay.
Or I want to beat the guy at the one of the security gates at the Star Island.
I'm so damn confused.
Like, oh my God! I mean, get your yayas out.
I'm sitting here la waiting for my yaya.
People do it, especially if they know somebody's having a hard time. Especially if they know somebody's
Not a bad one. All right, and then the second one was number 58. Here you go.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
I mean, that's really going against. Now, of course, Miami sucks. They can't hit water if they fell out of a tub.
That is correct.
So even if you don't do anything with it, at least when you're in high school, like, cool, $50.
Well, it'll be more than 50 by then.
I know,
13 years?
Yeah.
It'll probably be 35.
Are you serious?
And it says, are you tougher than a Navy SEAL? And I'm not.
Can you hound like a seal?
But,
Can you what?
What?
Hound like a seal.
You ain't nothing but a hound. You're crying all the time.
So when you went
That's our
downstairs, was there like flowers waiting with a card?
No.
Mariachi band?
A what?
What the hell's wrong with him?
My mother always told me that. She was, if you ever get married, G, and it will be a mistake, but if you ever do, treat your girlfriend always like your wife.
Oh, you got that back.
Whoops.
You got to start tweeting those pics because he's really, really consistent.
Oh, yeah, he's 95 out of 10. He'll lose.
Losing,
95 out of 10. Yep, probably hear that on Friday.
Damn right.
Damn right. Sure did.
Great job, Jimmy.
Want to take a phone call? Of course. Our good friend April is checking back in with us with the Treasure Coast Waterway cleanup. I think she has some numbers to share with us. April, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today?
I am doing wonderful, Team Penthouse, and I'm glad everybody's back and or somewhat healthy today to be back at work. So
Yeah, getting there, April. Nice to hear from you.
Thank you.
I can tell by some of your voices that, I mean, we know when this goes around. Anyway, nice to hear from all of you today. Friday's my funnest day to listen to y'all, so thank you for the entertainment.
Aw, thank you for listening.
We had a pretty good year. Nothing to be ashamed about. Removed 2.16 tons of trash.
That's fantastic.
But it is fantastic. It was 1.31 tons under last year, but we also had 200 less volunteers. So we're identifying, some of the things about that. We know we need to get more boaters on the water for the event. So we've got some things to work for going into next year, but I'm going to blame most of that on lobster mini season, and this seems like the Keys had most of the boaters this year. So we don't have to tell everybody our lobsters are bigger and better. It is what it is. But thank you. I just wanted to thank everybody who came out and volunteered this year. Thank you to all of our supporters, including the iHeart and Penthouse family. And we do make a difference, and there's nothing to be ashamed about with 2.16 tons of trash.
It's fantastic.
Not at all. Like you said, it was less than last year, which is good to hear. It's one of those weird things to say that's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Because the fact that the trash is there sucks.
Yeah.
But that you and all the volunteers were there to clean it all up, that's the great thing.
I'd like to hear that there's less that you picked up because there were less out there.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? And I will tell you that one trend that has been significant and continues to trend over the last 5 years is that we are finding smaller pieces of trash and a lot less illegal dumping going on. So I do think that if we had more boaters out there, we might be able to get to some areas that we can't get to on foot.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to all the boaters and everybody who did come out, because that was really significant in itself. And we're probably just one, hurricane, knock on wood, it doesn't happen this year, from those numbers changing. But, it's all, it's just one of those things. And we had a really great year, and we had one of the best teams of volunteers and people we put together in a long time. So thank you to everybody for their hard effort and work. And I had one funny, we get some unusual things, and I just kind of wanted to mention a couple of those things this year.
What'd you get? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious about this.
Okay, so we found a weed grinder and a whole bunch more vape pens and cartridges than we have in the past. So that seems to be a new trend.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
A wheelbarrow
Oh, wow.
That's pretty big garbage.
Yeah, that's what I say.
A 20-inch TV.
Wow.
Did it work?
I think the funnest thing, though, that came across all of our data, because, all this data comes in, we have to analyze it, is a boomerang. Never found a boomerang before this.
Wow.
I didn't even know people still played around with those things.
I guess it didn't go back to whoever
not.
threw it.
Did not.
The gentleman who found the boomerang, was reported to me, now I have not interviewed this gentleman, that he was visiting here with his family from Australia.
Oh, so it's authentic Australian
they do
boomerang.
Make their way back. So I just thought that was kind of a funny story, and I wanted to share with you guys. And thank you all for being part of it.
No,
Well, thank you.
for the work that you do.
Yep, that's good news that you do this every year and all the support you get. And you know what? You're making everything a lot better. So you do a great job. Thank you.
Well, you know what? It's everybody who works together that makes it better, and they make it fun. And you guys make everyday radio fun. So you keep doing what you do. I'll keep doing what I do, and just have an amazing weekend and recover. And I hope that I look forward to football season just like you do, Greek.
Wow, that's great to hear. What's your favorite team?
Well, I got to be a Dolphin fan. I'm a native Floridian.
All right.
I had end zone seats back in the day as a kid when they moved the actual physical Dolphins out of the end zone to accommodate more fans when Sheila came to town. So,
Wow, that's going back to the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, and that's
no blocky.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I remember that. The first time I went to the Orange Bowl in early 2000, I was a Kane fan, and the woman said to me, "No blocky, extra $10," and I thought that was in a strip club. The only time I heard that, but then I learned about South Beach and Miami, so it was great, a lot of fun. Go Dolphins!
It was great. Go Dolphins! And I'm sorry about our Marlins manager.
Yeah,
I liked him too, but I think the problems are a little higher up, but that's for another day.
No, he was a very nice guy. I got the opportunity to interview him a couple times on the Greek Zone, and very nice guy. He was with the St. Louis Cardinals, won a World Series, and it seemed that the guys liked him. It's a shame, but in sports, when somebody loses a franchise, they're going to go after the GM or the coach, and in this case, they went after the coach.
Yeah, I know. I know how that plays out, but I do wish him the best, and I'm sure whoever picks him up, that they'll beat us every time they play us, because that's how it goes down.
It does. You're right. Well, you have a great day, and keep up the great work for our beaches. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care, April.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We're going to come back with a trifecta, and your chance to win a New York Prime gift card and a story about me with the number $1.85. Remember that story? Remember that number, $1.85. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb has been selling eyewear, glasses, and each of the frames are named after one of her songs.
They're all called Stay?
She's got other songs.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Roadways up to speed for the Friday lunchtime drive. We are looking good. No major delays on the Turnpike or 95. Make sure you slow down for pedestrians on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day weekend savings are here at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's in Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Friday, August 30th, Hard Rock Live. With special guests, Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Tickets on sale now at myhrl.com or Ticketmaster.com. Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Is there a sticker on your garage door? If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers are not created equal. No matter who installed your garage door, you can call us to repair it. Our technicians are expertly trained on the widest range of equipment with the experience to solve any problem. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. After we fix it, we'll put our sticker on it. So your husband has someone to call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Top reasons your career wants you to move to Ohio. Thousands of high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, science, and more. The career you want and a life you'll love. Have it all in the heart of it all. Go to callohiohome.com.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming?
Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger.
Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 degrees in the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some of the humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as we do with a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Between the lines, far beyond legal and ethical limits, and under the surface,
dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events. Is somebody messing with us? Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. You guys are the best. Thanks for always listening. Hope you're entertained every day. We do our very best, but every day we have one thing we decide on. Tomorrow we're going to try harder. So tomorrow we'll try harder. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Yankees won yesterday 6-0. They beat Cleveland, and Judge hit a number of home run. He's got 48 week left in August and 4 weeks in September. Jimmy, do you think he hits 60?
No, I think it'll be just short.
Okay. Franny, what about you? Anybody?
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
All right, good. At this pace, man, he could hit 60. I mean, he's knocking them out. This week he had, I think, 4 or 5. And he still got the weekend. But he's just on fire.
Wednesday night's game he had 2.
Yeah, and then yesterday he hit 1. So he's got 48 for the season. We'll see what happens with the Yankees and him. They are in first place right now, and he is the favorite to win the MVP, him and Ohtani. Also, the Dolphins play tonight. They're up in Tampa. A lot of good strip clubs. I hope the guys stay out of there. And a couple of good cigar bars up there. But the Dolphins are taking on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is -2.5. We're going to go with Tampa Bay minus the 2.5. And a big trend last week in the NFL was 14 out of 16 games stayed under. Well, last night, everybody bet the under. And guess what happened? Both games went over. And the Bears were 3-0, I believe, in preseason. Ooh, watch out for the Bears. You know what that means week 1? Titanic. And tomorrow is college football. Florida State against Georgia Tech in Ireland. Oh, my God, there'll be a lot of green beer. And hopefully Georgia Tech will cover plus the 10.5. And that is your Greek's Trifecta. Peace.
Well, we often see some of these social media trends that go on out there, and this is one that apparently, at least according to this article that I read, is getting some legs, getting to be more popular, but I don't know. I'm curious if you've seen it out there. Let us know. 47142 is the text line. Start out that text with Real Radio if you've seen this, or you can also email the show, Jimmy@realradio921.com. Apparently, a lot of these people are now, some of these influencers, are when they go through TSA, and you know the little gray bins that you get, right, to put your stuff into it before you walk through the scanners. Well, people are taken their time to make it look very neat. Everything's orderly in there. I saw a couple pictures where like somebody's hat, their passport, just a couple other personal items in there were all, very neatly wrapped up.
Oh, I saw this.
And then they take a picture of it and they post it on social media. And I don't know.
Get out of my way. Like that is so stupid.
Like this is a trend or something. Now, have you seen it at all, Franny?
No, I just
you
saw
haven't
the
done a lot of
article.
traveling,
I know, and I just saw the article and I looked at it. I was like, this is one of the dumbest things I have heard of. We are trying to get through TSA to go to our gate to hop on our airplane. If you are there arranging everything so it looks pretty so you can post a picture on social media, you deserve to get karate chopped in the throat.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay. That was strong.
It made me so irritated.
I'm sorry I brought this up.
It made me so irritated.
Karate chopped in the throat.
I don't condone violence, I kid, but it made me so irritated reading this article. I'm like, what's next? This is so...
Because they have nothing to do.
This is such a dumb trend.
Yeah, they have nothing to do.
In and out. We're just trying to get through
Yep.
TSA. It's a pain in the ass already. I don't
Yep.
want to take off my shoes, but I gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, just get to moving. Get to step in. Don't put your things so pretty and snap photographs. Like, if I ever see that,
What would you do?
I'm not going to do anything violent. Don't
No
get
karate
me
chop?
No, but I will definitely talk crap about you
Big
behind your
talker
back.
over here.
I know.
Do you think it's
I
a
said I
good
don't condone
place
violence,
right
but
by
it's dumb.
TSA to put a pedicure, manicure place so people see their feet and they come out and they may want to get a pedicure? You know, when you go through the TSA? Because
They have places.
Do they really?
Yeah,
If you're going through that thing barefoot, boy, you got other issues.
Bring socks. If you're wearing flip-flops,
Yep.
I know people do. Bring socks because you do not want your bare feet touching that floor.
You definitely don't.
No.
I wouldn't. No way.
And
No
But
way,
but
no
yes, a lot of airports now have little salons.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, where you can get even hair, pedicures, manicures, like the bigger ones, Hartsfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have even places where you can get massages if you have time.
I've seen massages.
Yeah,
I've never
but
seen
they have-
pedicures.
yeah.
manicures.
And these full-on restaurants. I mean, it almost seems like it's a mall. You know,
Oh,
they've
no.
turned it. They've turned
Big
into
time.
malls. Yeah, it's stores, clothing stores. I mean, some of that's been there always, but I don't know. It just seems to be even more. But then again, I just dealt with Newark, and
Yeah.
Newark's beautiful.
It's new. They've rebuilt the place, so I mean, it's no surprise to see that there.
I mean, people got a lot of time on their hands, especially nowadays with all the delays and stuff.
9 hours.
Might as well. And if a lot of the big airports too, the international section, like where the international flights leave, that's where all the nice restaurants typically are.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know. Yeah, apparently this is one of the latest trends out there. I'm curious.
I'm sorry, I
if
didn't mean
anybody-
to yell at you.
No. That's all right. Because I'm with you. When I first saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
is so
Really?
dumb.
This is some sort of trend?
Yeah.
I mean, even when you do if you were to do this trend and you make everything neat, it wouldn't even get down to conveyor belt and everything would be all messed up. I don't know. I guess maybe just anything to do something different or new, and they put it out on social media. Of course, the biggest concern that people have is what Franny would say and said, and it's the first thought that I have is you already got to wait in line for TSA most of the time, and it's backed up, and you're doing something like this and causing people to, miss a flight or something, and you don't want to do anything like that. So I wonder if this is something that maybe they're just taking a tray off to the side and doing, because I can't imagine TSA agents putting up with that.
I would think
you
they
would
would
think
stop
that
it.
they would see that and be like, come on, move along. But
yeah, they put the kibosh on it.
then again, maybe not. Who knows? I'm not sure. But if it's something that you've seen out there, I'm kind of curious what your experience was with it. 47142 is our text line. Franny's always doing a great job keeping an eye on that. Of course, I've got the email wide open, Jimmy at realradio921.com.
As it is, that whole situation when you fly is very stressful, and going through TSA, it's something that goes through everybody's mind. Like, oh man, am I going to wait? Am I having to wait 45 minutes, 30 minutes? And, to add that to it, it sucks. But again, it's people being selfish and having nothing to do. We got something to do. We're giving away a New York Prime gift card right now.
Sure are. We got a $125 gift card to New York Prime we're giving away right now. So give us a big call right here on our telephone line, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. We're going to play Florida Man Friday, and that's where we put all the extra pressure on Franny because she's got to come up with some Florida Man headlines. She's going to read you 3 Florida Man headlines. 2 of them are real, and 1 of them is fake. And you have to guess which one is the fake Florida Man headline here on Florida Man Fridays. I see the phone lines are blowing up, so I'm going to get some people lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
Thank you, Jimmy. Great job. The Bills will be playing the Dolphins, and that's Thursday, September 12th. Big day for me. That's my brother's birthday, so I'm jacked up for him. But there's a big event going on at the Crazy Horse Saloon. They're running a big bus trip for you guys. You can get down there with a game ticket, draft beer, a big cocktail tailgate party, game day swag bag, and a round-trip bus ride. For more details, go to Crazy Horse Saloon's website. Get all the details about the big event. It's the Bills against the Dolphins, September 12th. And that's pretty cool. You go down there, you don't have to worry about parking, no hassle. You get to eat, have a good time, and check on a division game. That is September 12th, 4 days after the opener, and the Dolphins will be open up against the Jaguars. And remember, if you're a Dolphin fan, you can hear it on 101.7. That's right, 101.7 carries the Dolphins. Let's go up there to the Treasure Coast and listen to the game, all the action, all the plays, Waddle, Tariq Hill, that great defense. And Coach McDaniel, what's his outfit going to be like? You'll be able to hear it all and see it all. Not really see it, but in your mind, because the radio is great to listen to all the time. The guys do a great job describing the game. That's 101.7. You get the Miami Dolphins. Don't forget about that. And next week, we'll get into Greek Square to 2 locations, more about our grand prize, the golf cart, and so much more. I think it's year 22 or 23. I can't remember. But we're doing it again, and we're hitting the road, and we're excited about that on Fridays. Jimmy, are we ready?
We are ready. We're starting today's contest with, look who got through first. Manny's on the line. Hey, Manny, welcome to the show. What's going on, buddy?
Thank you, guys. Big fan of the show.
You bet your ass you are a big fan of this show. You got talent coming at you. I hope you don't win.
Long time, first time, huh?
Long time. Greek, you're my MVP.
I love you, Manny. You know that, man. Come on. I hope you go. I'll definitely park your car.
Awesome.
All right, Manny, you know how this game works?
No.
All right, I'll explain it to you. I'm going to read you.
Slow down, it's Manny.
3 headlines. And they're all Florida headlines. One is fake. You just have to say, that's the fake one. If you get it right, then you're going to get this gift card to New York Prime.
Manny, can you spot the fake one?
I hope so.
All right.
Fake is always better.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to start with this one. We'll call it A. Florida man caught trying to replace state flag with his favorite football team's flag. Florida man arrested for eating pancakes in the middle of the street. That would be B. Or C. Florida man high on meth fights off dozens of cops while masturbating. Which one is the fake Florida headline?
That's tough.
You weren't supposed to use C.
Is there somebody we know?
Jimmy.
Me.
It's obviously Jimmy.
Oh, was it really? Wow. That's impressive.
That one's real.
A, B, or C. A, Florida man caught trying to replace state flag with his favorite football team's flag. B, Florida man arrested for eating pancakes in the middle of the street. Or C, Florida man high on meth fights off dozens of cops while masturbating.
Man. Those Florida men, they messed up my mind. I don't even know. I'm going to go with B is the fake one.
Unfortunately, that is a real Florida headline.
Oh!
The fake one was replacing the state flag. The one that was actually the most innocent. A.
Yeah.
So the guy masturbating was true?
Yeah, that's true.
He's only got 2 hands. How do you fight off the police and keep masturbating? That's impressive.
Welcome to Florida.
Put him on Survivor Alley.
All right. Sorry about that, Manny. And next up, we have Dave on the line. Dave's going to try to win this New York Prime gift card. Dave, welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon, Penthouse. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, Dave. So jacked up for college football in the season. You spelling Dave with 1 D?
What's that, Greek?
Are you spelling Dave with 1 D?
1D, baby. 1D.
Okay.
It's a big D, though, right?
Yeah.
It's a big D.
It is. It's a big,
Has to be.
It's a big D. All right, Dave, let's do this. 3 headlines I'm going to give you. You just got to tell me which one the fake one is. We will start with A. Florida man throws toilet through window of school board meeting. B. Florida man teaches alligator to fetch frisbee, charges tourists for the show. Or C. Florida man claims bag of cocaine found in car must have blown in from the wind.
Oof, these are tough.
You need me to repeat them? Just let me know, Dave.
No, I think I'm going to go with C on this one. Florida man, bag of cocaine flying in the window.
You think that is the fake Florida headline? Unfortunately, that is a real Florida headline.
Sound like one of my friends.
Really?
Yes.
Come on.
The toilet?
What was the fake one?
The fake one was the alligator
Oh,
to
was
fetch frisbees.
See, that sounded so real.
I don't know. They all sounded real.
I mean, I could see somebody up like in Gainesville practicing with Tony the alligator. Here you go, Tony.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah, fetch.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry about that, Dave. Next up, we have Taylor on the line. He wants to go to New York Prime on our dime. Taylor, welcome to the show. How you doing today, bud?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, Taylor. Are you a big fan of steak?
Absolutely.
Well, you'll love this steak at New York Prime. It is the best. Franny's going to take it from here.
Let's do it, Taylor. Okay. You got to pick out the fake Florida headline. A, Florida man runs for mayor, promises free airboats for everyone.
Promises what?
Free airboats for
Okay.
everyone. B, Florida man busted for building an underground tunnel to steal neighbor's Wi-Fi. Or C, Florida man arrested for climbing onto playground equipment to tell children where babies come from.
Oof.
Oh, boy. I'm going to go with A.
Taylor, you would be correct. Nice job spotting the fake one.
All right. I thought it was B.
Yep, no, the mayor promising free airboats is a fake one.
Airports a lot, so I can see that.
Yes. Nice job, Taylor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Thanks for listening.
Taylor, I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to go to break in a couple of minutes, so just hang tight. I'll get back on the line with you off air. We'll get you set up with that gift card. All right, buddy?
All right. Sounds good.
Great job. I didn't think anybody could dig a tunnel here in Florida. That was probably the only thing.
But that was a true one.
Kind of leading me that way,
yeah,
right?
that was.
But that was real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's amazing.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Karate chop to the throat. LOL. I love you, Franny. As your sister might say, that's aggressive. Sarah met my sister, she knows. She said, but let me add, I do agree with you, Franny, about it being ridiculous. The new trend, the TikTok with the trays going through TSA, making them look nice and neat for pictures. Yeah, if you watched the article, or if you saw the article, I was just like, oh my God, this is the dumbest thing.
Yeah. So they did provide a picture, so we were able to see that. But it does seem very strange that that would be a trend.
Like I said, I think, like you said, they'll say something to people like, let's go, speed it up, don't do this. Especially if they're taking a time, taking a phone, doing all that stuff. That's a pain in the ass. And it sucks to go through that, but we have to with security. Obviously, it makes it safer. But it is a pain in the ass that you got to wait in those lines. And when you go to big airports and you see those lines like brutally long, you're like, you got to be kidding me. But it happens. But, people start trends. They're crazy, different, odd. But, usually people that start them are not really playing with a full deck and they got no life anyway. So they're trying to make something happen. But we're not opposed to it. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call into the Penthouse. On the table today, always a lot. You guys can bring up anything from ketchup to bananas. But if somebody breaks up an engagement, should the girl give back the ring if she breaks it up? And this is just a situation where somebody says, hey, I don't think you're my everyday for the rest of my life. And that's a big commitment, marriage. It really is. Wow, that's long. But do you think they should be able to keep the ring or give it back? And if the guy breaks up with it, I'm sure there's people who have done it, even if they got broken up with. I'm sure there's girls out there who said, hey, I don't want this ring anymore. But I also think some people are like, hey, I'm going to keep it and sell it. I don't think you ever wear it because you'll be like, I don't want to wear it because, you know what, I'm not engaged anymore. But to sell it, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have sold their rings. We talked also about J-Lo having, what'd you say, Jenny, $17 million?
It was about $17 million worth of engagement rings out of the 6 times that she's been engaged.
You think she ever sits around her house and puts them all on the table and goes, sucker?
No, I don't know.
that Franny drop be great. You're a sucker.
She's got a little bit of money on her own,
Right.
That's the thing.
Oh, she does. She's stacked. And you know what it is with J-Lo? She's not done. I mean, she's going to do it again. I would say.
Oh, she'll be engaged.
Christmas?
I'll take that under.
Yeah, she loves love. She does.
Mm-hmm. She does. She wants love. But I think she will get engaged one more time.
At least, yeah.
I would
Oh,
think.
she's young. She's 50-something.
She's only 50. Oh, yeah. She can engage 5 more times. Where she's going.
She's got a
Every 2
lifetime
years.
ahead of her. Jimmy at realradio921.com. We got this in. Says, Jimmy, 2 things. First, can you play Greek yelling Kobe?
Kobe!
Because today is his birthday. I did see that.
Oh, wow. Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, buddy. And then second, does Greek think the Marlins fired their manager? It's the Mariners that fired their manager.
Oh, I thought I saw the Marlins.
I'll have to go ahead.
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
I have no idea.
I thought it was the Marlins, and somebody told me that this morning. So if it wasn't the Marlins, and you're the head coach of the Marlins, and you're driving to the stadium, you thought you got fired, keep going.
No, you're all right. No, you already turned around.
Looks the same.
Now he did get fired because he's late.
He didn't show up today. He's home. I was listening to Real Radio. Greek said I got fired.
What happened?
So I didn't show up. Isn't that's like George Costanza with the Yankees? Remember when he quit? Or they fired him and he came back Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great one. He walked in.
No, he quit.
Oh, he quit. That's right. He quit. He quit.
Yeah,
And
he
came back.
rage quit.
Yeah, and then he came back in Monday.
And then he
goes,
thought about it for the over the weekend.
and he said, "I'm kidding."
Now let's go back. Kidding? What? You thought it was serious? Nah.
Do you think anybody's ever done that in real life?
Oh yeah.
You think?
I wouldn't be surprised. Sure.
Somebody quit, and what do you think happens in that case? Do you think they are allowed back, or you're done?
No.
I guess it depends on the person.
Can't speculate. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
That'd be
I
great.
would imagine it probably would be done. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. That's why I don't be doing any crazy things like that. Even in relationships. Relationships, it happens. He says it's over, and then the next day they're back. I was talking with a girl last night. Her and her ex-boyfriend had some serious problems. The police got involved. And I said to her, "How's it going?" I said, "You hanging in there?" She goes, "Oh, yeah, we're back." I'm like, "Wow, you're back?"
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Keep going. Was that J-Lo?
I said, "Weren't the cops just at your house? You were telling me?" She goes, "Yeah, but you know what? We're meant to be." I said, "All right, that's cool." It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We'll come back with some Florida stories. What do you got in the cheesecake?
And the cheesecake, we have
Ooh, is it creamy?
road rage incident, which you can get a head start. Take a look if you haven't seen it yet. RealRadio921.com on the Penthouse blog. Then we have somebody who got busted at Walmart doing something quite disgusting, and a crazy story about a Florida man who hired a couple of people to carry out an attack on an ex-girlfriend.
Ooh.
This one's scary. We have those stories coming your way, and you're What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
Got something to say? We'll listen.
Hello.
Call now. 877-927-6969.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to give you $1,000 and send you to Vegas, baby. We're giving you a round-trip airfare to Las Vegas, a 2-night hotel stay, and we'll give you 2 tickets to both nights of our iHeartRadio Music Festival. And oh yeah, $1,000 too. Listen for the keywords to text every weekday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Jupiter crash blocking 2 right lanes. We're slow 95 northbound at Indian Town Road. Turnpike looks good. Travel times are up to speed. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is there a sticker on your garage door?
If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers are not created equal. No matter who installed your garage door, you can call us to repair it. Our technicians are expertly trained on the widest range of equipment with the experience to solve any problem. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. After we fix it, we'll put our sticker on it. So your husband has someone to call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Getting behind the wheel after drinking could change your world. Bobby here had a great time at the party and thought he was good to drive home. Now, Bobby's facing jail time, an upset wife, disappointed parents, and up to a $10,000 fine. It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming?
Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 degrees through the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as we do have a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio has your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello on a Friday afternoon. Hopefully you were just tuned in because our dude Rover from Rover's Morning Glory just gave you a keyword. And that keyword can get you to Las Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Not only do you get a pair of passes to the 2 days of the festival, we also fly you out to Vegas. We take care of accommodation, even travel from hotel airport, and throw in $1,000. That keyword was lucky. Lucky. Text lucky to 200, and hopefully we will get a winner right here on the Penthouse and send you to Las Vegas. This is Franny. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Greek.
Good afternoon, Francis. Thanks for having me. Always appreciate it. Always nice to see you and Jimmy on this beautiful South Florida Friday afternoon. Hope you guys are getting ready for the weekend. We're going to try to get you ready. Greek Zone today and the locker room tomorrow. So we get a lot of sports, NFL, college, and college football kicks off tomorrow with Florida State and Georgia Tech. But at this present time, we're going to go back to Francis for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yeah, so really scary thing that happened. This Florida dude hired a pair to travel by and attack his ex-girlfriend. 49-year-old Florida man paid a man and woman to travel to New Jersey to carry out an acid attack on a woman with whom he had a prior relationship to. William D. Bernardino of Boynton Beach, Florida, was arrested with the pair that he hired, Betty Jo Lane and Jamar McNeil, both of Jacksonville. And they say this was in connection to the attack. All three waived extradition and are jailed right in Florida right now until they can be taken to New Jersey because that's where the crime happened. They are charged with conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, aggravated assault, stalking and possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes. This is absolutely terrible. Obviously, you heard no murder charges, but attempted was there. They are very confident that they got the right people. But yeah, the attack occurred last month after a 42-year-old woman returned from home from work. They said that she parked her car in her driveway. She opened her car door. She was approached by a woman who threw a cup of highly caustic acid directly at her. They said she did sustain chemical burns over 35% of her body and had to be airlifted to a burn center.
Terrible.
Where she is still being treated. This was last month. Yep, of course, a woman who threw the acid fled the scene in the vehicle. They said it determined to have been rented from Florida. Prosecutors traveled to Florida from Monroe Police Department where they assisted on the investigation. And they got the right people. So terrible,
That
right?
sucks. That's terrible.
35% of her body.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then in your What the Florida, this didn't turn out very good for this guy either. So drug house gets busted. And they got all these people outside as the cops are investigating, and they did an undercover thing to go purchase some drugs. And so there was 5 people in the house, including 54-year-old Cornell McKinney. And they're all detained, sitting outside on the curb, waiting for everything to happen. And so the cops are talking to everybody. McKinney's not verbally responding to any of their questions. Just nodding his head and just being like, and they're like, dude, like, you got something in your mouth? And he was like, no, nothing. So they were like, you got to open your mouth. They asked him, open your mouth, spit out whatever you're chewing on right now. Refuse to do it. Refuse. So then officers call for medical assistance. And that's when he becomes unresponsive. They had life-saving measures right then and there. Unfortunately, it did not work out because this dude was chewing on 3 plastic bags that contained heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine.
That's a lot to put in his mouth.
That is a lot, and that will kill you.
He might have another...
That will kill you, and it did.
Oh, he died?
Oh, he died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because he might
Did you
be
not
able
listen to the first dose either?
Yeah, maybe...
Still dead.
He's still dead.
For the first time I said it, yep. And the next step in your What the Florida, you can boo me as much as you want.
Boo!
You can boo me. You can do it out loud. You can do it on the camera. It's all right.
Boo!
It's okay.
Picking on Gina.
You can do it. I'm not picking it. You're the one who doesn't listen to me. So.
I'm kidding. It's
your
a
fault,
show.
Franny.
I know.
It's a show.
Then, next up in your What the Florida, this is one I said you can watch realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog. Scary road rage incident, guns everywhere, but they do show a woman is videotaping this event, and this happened Port St. Lucie. And they released the footage yesterday of events that unfolded on Wednesday. There's a dude getting out of a Mercedes-Benz, walking up to a couple in a pickup truck, and he's got a gun in his hand. The man, later identified as Paul Slane, appears to point the firearm at the two motorists. This repeatedly reaches inside the vehicle. They said he was demanding the woman's cell phone because she was recording the whole exchange between what was going on. They said he'd struck both the driver and passenger in the process. The couple, the guy in the pickup truck, did have a gun as well. And as somebody said, and I've only watched, I have not listened to the video with the audio on, but I guess they said that the dude in the truck, somebody claimed on our text line, can be heard saying, should we shoot him or something like that.
Terrible.
But yeah, they said that it happened when he was being aggressive around the victim's truck and then pointing a handgun at the two of them. So then he stopped in front of them in a roadway, and that's when the video appears to pick up immediately after that. He was ultimately stopped because he did flee the scene by St. Lucie County sheriffs and arrested on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of attempted armed robbery, and 2 counts of simple battery.
And there was no real write-up as far as like what led up to that, right? They just said road rage.
Road rage. They said that he drove his Benz aggressively around the truck while pointing at the gun, and then he stops his car right in front of them. So he was in the back of them, I guess, and maybe they were moving too slow for him or something, and then he gets up in front of them. Yeah. And that is your What the
So
Florida.
again, he's the aggressor, and then he ends up even instigating the road rage incident even further.
I
which
feel
is
like
weird.
it's typically like that.
Yeah, feels like it more and more nowadays.
Yep. I mean, I told you one guy when I was pulling into Costco, like totally cut me off. I mean, I just honked my horn. I was like, "Meh," and he's the one who gives me the number one.
Yeah, really?
And I was like, but you were the one in the wrong. Like, you're the one who almost made me get in an accident.
So you were pulling into Costco?
I was pulling into, and I was in the turning lane to get into Costco, and he's coming from the far left lane and just, and there's like red Camaro, and just totally almost hits me and cuts me off to go in, and I just honked my horn, like, dude, bro, like, do you not see a vehicle there?
Were you worried for a second, like if he was going to come in, like see you?
He gave me a couple number 2s or number 1s. What?
Were you worried, like
number
him,
2s?
Yeah,
there was 2 of them. That's why I said that.
Hope he doesn't do that.
I know. I was like, that's gross. I was getting gas. So.
Okay, so you really weren't going into Costco. No. Yeah, like into the store, because that's what I would worry about. Like, all right, now maybe he's going to follow me in. You know, and I've seen people do that. I saw somebody do that recently at a Starbucks. 2 guys yelling at each other. Looks like TMZ was reporting that Secret Service, a couple of the agents that were involved with Mr. Trump that day, are getting suspended. So I guess the investigation continues on. Not only did the head of the Secret Service retire and step down, but now it looks like a couple of Secret Service agents are reportedly on leave from that situation. So again, they are still looking into this. And when it first happened, I did think, and a lot of people did think, I said, there's going to be some people that get in trouble. And it looks like there definitely is going to continue on. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you guys want to ask us anything, you can to get involved with the show. You could ask us. You could text us. You could call us. Anything you want. We always appreciate you guys getting involved.
Speaking of texts, we have a couple things here, and including a request. 47142 started off with Real Radio. It says, right out of high school, I got engaged to be married. We had an engagement party where we accumulated lots of presents. After a couple of months, I caught her cheating. That sucks. I'm sorry. I broke off the engagement. She refused to give back any of the engagement presents. It was a very awkward situation for me and my family.
That's screws them on.
Uh-huh.
You give back the gifts.
Let's see. I saw an interview with Larry David where he said he did that on SNL when he was a writer.
Did what? The engagement?
No. Were we talking about Costanza?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because then another text, separate, says the Costanza thing was based on Larry David actually doing it at SNL. He quit, then came back. That's why he wrote it into Seinfeld. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for those 2 texts. I just had to put it together. And then we have Happy Friday, Franny. Could we get Greek's commercial for Kobe's condoms for the protection you need from the sex she does? What? Yeah, I'll let you play it. Have a great weekend, all. Casey in North Palm. If we have it, if you want to play it.
That's old, man. That's
It's very.
That's got to be 15 years, maybe longer.
Toby. That's just that. There it is. Okay. Yep, I got it. Hang on, and boom.
This programming brought to you in part by Kobe brand condoms.
Toby!
The protection you want for the sex she doesn't.
There you go, Casey.
Happy birthday, Kobe. In heaven.
So we got a Greek misspeak. I think it's time. We'll do it again.
It is time to spin the wheel. Let me get the wheel back out. Yeah.
Still got a little bit, or is it okay? Broken in now?
I think we got it broken in. But
Okay.
I guess it never hurts to have a little extra lube on it, so we can do that. All right, you ready, Franny?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Number 208. Here we go.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson, you look at his numbers. Numbers aren't horrible.
No, they're
not
not
at all.
But he's easy to be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Escape.
Too much notoriety. It's starting to get to them. The father and the mother. You know what? They said they can't go anywhere.
What, is there an echo in here?
Anywhere.
Who do you like now?
You know what? I would go with the Phillies. I mean, they're knocking the ball off the cover.
That seems almost impossible.
Name a country that starts with the letter C.
California.
Mystified that much.
All right. Well, you never know. Maybe you could get a lawyer to give him a cease and desist order.
Cease and desist.
The Arizona video is cool. If you've never seen that, look it up. Where they take their stadium, they put it out in the desert, obviously to dry it off and water it.
That's confusing.
Sorry.
Well, there are so many today with technology. I know a buddy of mine one time got in trouble. He was in the background of a picture he wasn't in. Very confusing.
How about
Interesting how that works. You know what? We never give a heads up. We forgot this announcement happened at 9 a.m. And if you didn't hear it, well, here I am to relay the announcement.
The big news.
Yeah, again, keyword lucky. Text that to 200-200 if you want to go to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. But yeah, they added some additional people to the lineup.
Ooh.
Now, I know Jimmy's been really great at letting us know who's going to be there. Hosier, Halsey, if you love Gwen Stefani, Dua Lipa, Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Shabuzi, The Black Crowes, Thomas Rhett, just to name a few. But they added these huge stars, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, and Coldplay's Chris Martin have joined the lineup this year.
Wow, that's pretty big, huh?
Yep. So we have those 3 new acts that are going to be at the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Now, we don't have the iHeartRadio Music Festival here, but I do have some things. We haven't even done a dose of what's going on this weekend.
Oh, let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me go get some music for that. And boom,
What?
There we go.
Oh, all right. What do we got going on? Okay, Friday. We'll start with Friday. Sounds like a great place to start.
It always is.
It's a great place to start.
Any food?
Yeah, there's
Had the sound
food.
effect ready, so.
Miami Marlins versus the Chicago Cubs, Lone Depot Park.
They got food there.
You got a hot
There we
dog
go.
for
All
sure.
right.
If you want some live music, 30 Seconds to Mars. That's Jared Leto's band. They are playing at the I Think Financial Amphitheater this evening. If you want a nice evening under the stars, Pretty in Pink movie night on the lawn at Hilton West Palm Beach, Okeechobee Boulevard. They are doing a screening of the 80s movie while you enjoy rosé drinks and complimentary popcorn. Woo! Film starts at 8 o'clock. And donations will be accepted for the Men Wear Pink campaign in support of ACS. Sounds like a nice little night. Downtown Delray Beach, enjoy the free sunset concert with a Journey tribute band called Never Stop Believin'.
Yeah, don't stop believing. Believe in yourself, bitch. Get out there.
That's Old School Square tonight, 6 p.m. Where you will find me is behind the bar for the grand opening of the new Double Roads. Same Double Roads location, but they are reopening their doors. They've been closed for about 4 months. And I will be attending bar. It's going to be a great time. 8 o'clock, one of the best local bands, 56 Ace, is going to be playing starting at 8 o'clock. And that's in Jupiter, if you're not familiar.
Oh, I might have stopped by.
Right on Federal. You're not.
I was banking on it. Even Peter knows it's a lie.
If it wasn't in Jupiter, I would go.
Miami Marlins, again, Cubs tomorrow, Lone Depot Park. If you want some soccer, Inter Miami, Cincinnati FC at the Chase Stadium. We gave away tickets to this concert. I Think Financial Amphitheater tomorrow. Megadeth with Mudvayne. going on. Then you have the West Palm Beach Beer Festival at Bark Republic Tap House. This place is really cute. It's a dog park and tap house. They have a whole little outside area where the doggies can run free, run amok. It's all fenced in and cool. And then they have
That's awesome.
Yeah, drink beers, hang out, super cool. And they even have
Get
like
drunk with your dog.
Yeah, get drunk with your dogs. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, take an Uber.
Who drives home? A dog.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, dogs don't drink. So that is tomorrow from 6 to 10.
If your dog's driving, you get pulled over. Could you get a DUI?
That's
Not
awesome.
really, right? Because you're not driving.
So this actually,
Man's best friend.
this does benefit
Bail me out.
Life with Reef and Muddy Paws Rescue. So that is tomorrow. Great place downtown West Palm. Baseball and brews. Nothing like cold beer at a baseball game. So tomorrow you can enjoy over 50 regional and national beers as the Jupiter Hammerheads host the Daytona Tortugas.
Ah, cool.
So tickets include
Single A action there.
Yeah, tickets include a 2-hour beer tasting. You get a souvenir tasting mug and a ticket to the game. And that is presented by Southern Eagle Distributing and IT Solutions. Gates open at 5 p.m. And then post-game, they have a fireworks show.
Oh, I love fireworks.
Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? And then if you like fishing, tomorrow, 11th annual, actually kicked off today, the captain's meeting, but the 11th annual, oh no, it's kicked off yesterday, but the 11th annual Chase and Tails KDW fishing tournament. Harborside, captain's meeting was yesterday, but they have the weigh-in, and that is at Harborside, August 24th, so that's tomorrow, Saturday, from 2 to 4. And then they have awards after that to follow. This benefits needy families with children battling life-threatening illnesses. So they say thank you to the Yellowfin Builders for that one. And then finally here Sunday, Miami Marlins, Chicago Cubs once again. And then if you have not been, do it because they are shutting down Labor Day, September 2nd. You have it going on. Is it a weekend thing? You know what? I'm not 100%. Or is it daily? The Space Explorers, the infinite and immersive experience at the Kravis Center.
I thought it was daily.
Is it daily? Okay. All right. Thank you. I gotta look at
There's times throughout the day. It's about a 45-minute
Yes.
a show.
Yep. And that is where you embark on this transformative journey with Space Explorers, the infinite. It's powerful, immersive experience inspired by NASA missions aboard the International Space Station. So highly, highly recommend doing that before it goes away.
A lot of fun.
There you go.
Great job, Francis. That was a little bit of a weekend. Jimmy, who do we have on hold?
We have Manny checking back in with us. He was one of the losers from our contest earlier. Welcome back to the show, Manny.
Can he call twice? I thought it's one per day.
Loser.
Don't feel bad. Better days are ahead.
I'm just kidding, buddy. Good to hear from you. How you been?
I just called to tell you guys it's going to rain.
It's going to rain?
Yep.
Where?
Right here.
Well, where's right here?
Well, it's coming down. I'm on like Okeechobee and downtown area.
Well, I don't care if it's raining on you. I only care if it's raining on me.
Exactly.
I knew he was going to say that.
I knew you were going to say that.
Manny, you're the best. I love when you don't call, bro.
Oh, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
We actually prefer it.
I wanted you to win the New York Prime gift card. I want to go down there and see you, but you got to try again. We give them away once a week.
Treat your boy. I'll meet you down there.
Things are tough right now. I gotta be honest with you. We're on a budget. If Randy doesn't like me spending a lot of cash, she just doesn't. She wants to try to tell me you gotta be
If it's
careful.
for Manny, though, I don't mind.
You don't mind, Manny?
No.
All right, Franny doesn't mind. I didn't tell you how much I love you today. Because you look like you're a big eater. I mean, I got to be honest with you. You'll probably get a tomahawk steak. I'll have to, donate something.
I'm always down there. Take some meat down.
Are you always down in Boca area?
I mean, I don't live far. I live in like the Lantana Lake Worth area.
Oh, that's far.
That's not that far.
We have a difference of opinion there, I guess. Apparently.
Craig's like, shut up.
Manny, look, let's put it out there. I have no family down here. I have no friends. I have nothing. So I would love to have dinner with you if you're in the area. But you got to take a shower and look like a half a decent human being.
Well, that's out.
Hey, you can have one or the other. You can't have them both.
All right. Let's just cancel the dinner. I'm meeting for Starbucks. Because at least Starbucks, I can look like I'm meeting somebody that's on the other side. You know what I mean?
Dave, it's early, right? I just woke up. There's a reason I look like this.
You just woke up?
No. If I say if we meet at Starbucks, because I know you're up like at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I get up early. I get up like 5. I got up actually late today. The latest I've gotten up, I would say, in 5 years. I got up about 6:30, 6:25. I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, my God. I looked after the person next to me, as Jimmy would say, what was his name? And I said, oh, my God, it's 6:25.
What did he tell you?
He said it's 6:25, G-Man. Time for you to turn into Superman.
You're not going to be able. He told you you're not going to be able to do your push-ups, G. You got to go.
No, I knocked him out. I only did 50.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I do them every morning. I don't do 50 in a row. 2 sets of 25.
Good. At your age, that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That was very backhanded.
Manny, I'm not going to say anything because you're probably going to outlive me. I went to the doctor last week and I got some very bad news. So it doesn't look like it's longer for me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
I don't know if he's crying or laughing.
He's laughing his ass off. Trying to laugh, and he's happy.
He's laughing so hard, he's crying.
He's crying. Greek's going to drop dead. Awesome. I love it. I can't wait till he drops dead. You're the best. 2 weeks ago, there was a rumor about me that I died in Jersey in a car accident, and that spread like wildflower. So, Manny, whatever the hell your name is, maybe I'll die soon. Buddy, we got to run. You are such a tremendous person, and I definitely would have dinner with you. But do we have to sit at the same table, or can I wave?
Yeah, we'll sit across the room from each other. I won't wear no panties. I'll keep my legs open.
Oh, God, I'm not going.
Oh, no, I want to go.
Now Jimmy wants to go.
Oh, man.
Have a great afternoon, you Fruit Loop. Love you. You always make me feel good when I talk to you. Meow. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more.
Real radio is the news junkie.
When C-Lane said aneurysm, I've seen a couple of videos.
Of people having aneurysms?
Yeah. There was one where, I'll try to see if I can find this. He was just like walking into the lobby of a building.
Click favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Next month's iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Just added to the superstar lineup.
The Weeknd. And a special performance by Coldplay's Chris Martin.
Joining a weekend of headliners.
A$AP Rocky, Big Sean,
Camila Cabello,
Doja Cat,
Dua Lipa,
Gwen Stefani,
Halsey, Hosier, Keith Urban,
New Kids on the Block, Paramore,
The Black Crowes, Thomas Rhett,
Victoria Monet.
At T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Get your tickets now at AXS.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
2 right lanes blocked at 95 northbound at Indian Town Road. We have a crash slowing us down. Object on the roadway in West Palm, left lane blocked at 95 north at Forest Hill Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm an FPL customer.
I appreciate that at FPL, they are always teaching me how power works and how you can save money.
Find more ways to save energy and money at fpl.com/ways to save. FPL, working for you every single day.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace!
When the going gets tough, the tough gets Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Top reasons your career wants you to move to Ohio. Thousands of high-paying jobs in tech, healthcare, science, and more. The career you want and a life you'll love. Have it all in the heart of it all. Go to callohiohome.com.
Place your bid and pay 30, 40, up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center. Choose from over 700 economy cars, family cars, sports cars, luxury cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles at up to 50% less than their original MSRP. And all qualifying vehicles are backed with a 30-day return policy for your peace of mind. Need credit? Get free of Approved in seconds online at preauctionsalescenter.com. Plus, we want to buy your car and pay you thousands more than it's worth. Pay up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's Inn's Pre-Auction Sales Center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street in Hollywood. Click preauctionsalescenter.com or call 844-MY-PRICE. Open till midnight.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
High five! Up top! Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming? Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming? Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. Temperatures will be near 90 degrees through the afternoon, feeling a little bit warmer too when you factor in some of the humidity. Scattered thunderstorms will move across the area during the day, pushing inland as we do have a southeast wind. A little more moisture in place will lead to some heavy downpours at times, and storms are likely to continue at times throughout the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop Labor Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Between the lines, far beyond legal and ethical limits, and under the surface.
Too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events. Somebody messing with us? Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to the Penthouse. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week, everyone, and that is great news for all of us. We hope you enjoy your weekend, and thank you so much for tuning in each and every day this week. By the way, I'd like to direct you to realradio921.com, where you can see all kinds of different stuff. I put up a blog post earlier, and there's a little marquee war going on in a small town in Morehead City, North Carolina. I'll get into some more details about that later, but you can see the video on that, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's get back to the show, and I am Jimmy. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and we got Greek here. Hey, Greek, what's going on, buddy?
Good afternoon, Jimmy. Greek Zone is next, where we'll get into some college football and NFL. We're going to knock out a trifecta right now. Then Jimmy's going to give us some online dating things you better not be doing this weekend, or you're going to stay home by yourself. Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
The Yanks won yesterday, 6-0. They beat Cleveland, and all of a sudden their bats are hot as a firecracker. They take Colorado on this weekend. Judge, 48. Kenny hit 60. Kenny hit another 12 home runs in the last 4 weeks and 1 week left in August. I'm going to say, hell yeah. Judge, inside track to be MVP, along with Ohtani with the Dodgers. Both of them having fantastic years. And, man, I got to tell you, Dodgers and Yanks in World Series, man, that would bring back some great memories. Dolphins are up in Tampa Bay. Hopefully they stop by the strip clubs, and they're not ready to play tonight because I'm betting Tampa on the Hard Rock app. This is their last preseason game of this season, and then it's all for real, baby. September 8th is when it'll kick off against the Jaguars. Remember, if you want to listen to the Dolphins, it's 101.7. That's where you get all the Dolphin action. And last week, all the unders came out, 14 out of 16. So everybody, what they do last night, they bet the two unders. What happened? Both games went over. So watch out what you're doing if you're betting. And don't forget, tomorrow, college football kicks off. Florida State against Georgia Tech. And that's in Ireland. Ernie Gobron, Georgia Tech plus the 10.5. We'll be doing the locker room live, and hopefully the Yellow Jackets are out there stinging Florida State. We don't want Florida State to lose. We just don't want them to cover. And that is your Greek's Trifecta. Funusha Awu. Peace. Franny's in the house.
Hi.
How are you?
What are you waiting for?
Waiting for you.
I
Stop
guess.
the show.
Yeah, all right. Stop the whole show. But hi.
I think you had a couple misspeak requests you did. I think 8 and 24.
Yeah, text line 47142. And there was another question on top of that. Let's see. Will you please play misspeak 8 and 24 for Kobe? Also, to start the weekend with Franny singing Push Push in My Bush.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well, that's a lot of requests.
I was going to say.
I don't know. Did the check clear?
Do it because it's a Friday.
All right. It's a Friday. And just for you, here is Greek Misspeak number 8.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Hi, Greek.
What's afternoon?
What's afternoon with you?
You know what I'm saying? We go where the butter is if we want to put bread on it.
Wow. Perfect.
But yeah, no, he was he played jive talkie at the end.
Excuse me?
I've been telling you I've had good success. I'm mailing these bitches off to like the middle of the East or whatever.
Wait, what?
Because then if you come home and if I paint outside the lanes, then it's not good. Then I have to take a Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, what?
11:55 on your FM dial.
You're brilliant!
Cash and money will always separate most friendships.
Cash and money.
Both of them.
Don't be Crash. 2 sheets to the wind.
I did have a girl one time bet me in the bedroom something with time. And
You lost that one.
is it a photo finish?
Well, first of all, I didn't know where the big hand was.
There's no reply for that one. And next up, we got number 24. Happy birthday, Kobe.
This is your Greek misspeak review.
Been guilty of it. We all have. You don't dip your ink in company paint.
Now dip it trick, now dip it home, now dip it quick, now dip it slow.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, my man.
Mine going quicker than the brain.
Why, if I had a brain, I could.
Still experience. Look it up in the calculator.
Look it up on the calculator, kids.
I'm looking that up right now.
You ain't gonna like what you see.
Most marriages drop the can.
Drop!
We got a trifecta coming up. Our last one of the day. The stories that Greek says we got to know. G, what's coming up?
About yeah.
Well said, well said.
Good morning, everybody. I hope your pancakers are panning.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I like pancakes. Did you hear me? I like pancakes.
If you don't want that, then go live in a shack in Ashkambul. Come on, let's send him a ticket to L.A. Come on, baby. Jump on that ram bag.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Nope.
It is English, by the way. Just an advanced version. Jimmy, you got some tips on online dating.
Yeah.
Especially with the weekend coming.
Yeah. Don't do this.
Push in my bush.
Don't do that.
Isn't that the goal?
We'll get back to that in a minute. But we do have some top online dating turnoffs according to a poll that was given. 1,000 people were asked who use dating apps, by the way, so that's a key point. And they were asked the biggest online dating icks, so things that are immediately a turnoff to you. And here are the top 5 answers that they got from people that are on dating apps that these just are not good, all right? Anything that's negative or bitterness. That was a 70% of respondents said that was a definite turnoff right away. Heavily filtered photos came in at 63%, and I don't even know why people do this anymore. I just don't understand it, but it's everywhere. People use these filters that take everything. They don't even look natural anymore. It almost looks like an AI version of themselves.
I got a question for both of you. In the middle of this, would you say something to somebody if you did meet him and it totally didn't look like them, or would you not?
No, I'm not gonna be like, you don't look like the picture. I just it's just uncomfortable. I think it's an awkward conversation to have. Just if they're not the same person you saw in the picture, then that's probably gonna be the only date you have. Okay. Because you're like, what else are you hiding?
Yeah, I may not necessarily say anything either. Probably not. Just again, because it's awkward.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Okay. Just
would you?
Yeah. Be a false advertising. I want my money back. Come on.
There you go. There it is, kids. Hurry up. Being too materialistic is another one that's on this list. Don't be that way. General lack of effort, like, comb your hair, or something like that. And poor grammar and spelling is another big no-no that they don't like on there. That seems to be a big thing, right? And it's so weird. With grammar, you get the extremes, right? You get where if somebody makes a spelling mistake on something, you get all the grammar Nazis, as they say, come out, right, out of the woodwork. And then some people are like, well, who cares? And they don't worry about it. I mean, even if you read news articles nowadays, they don't even spell check half the stuff anymore. So I never really understood which way was the right way with something like that. Whether, poor grammar, is it bad or is it good today? I don't know. Let's look it up. Now, here are the top 5 things that people say are a good thing to do. And obviously have a good sense of humor. Showing off your hobbies or interests are a good thing to put up on your profiles. Having a good sense of style. Showing an interest in travel. And having a pet in at least one photo. There you go. Those are some of the top online dating turn-offs and ons for that was asked by these people.
Well, you mentioned grammar, and so this is like the only way I can segue into this. And I'm curious how well you will do. And I think you're going to do pretty good, at least in the beginning of this, because they're pretty basic. But abbreviations, according to Parade, they said that these are the ones that you should use while texting. If you aren't using phrase abbreviations when texting, they said it's time to catch up. So they're 70, and we're not going through 70, but
no.
essential abbreviations you should know according to Parade that will make you look like you're in the know. So here are a few.
I only know one.
What do you think G, the number 2, G? G2G.
Got to go.
Got to go would be correct. I've never utilized that one.
I've never seen it, but just
Yep.
got to work through it.
Yep. You got it right. This one, I think we can all get, even G-Man. THX. THX. You give up?
No.
Do you know THX?
No, thanks.
Thanks, yeah. YW.
Why me?
That's not YW.
Okay. It's a W upside down.
YW. The letter Y, the letter W. What do you think it is, G-Man?
How and why?
The letter Y, the letter W. These are abbreviations. You know how that works, right?
Yes.
All right. What is YW?
Slow down, Freddie. Slow down.
No thought. I really don't.
Jimmy?
I'm assuming you're welcome.
You're welcome is correct. You guys know that. G, you know this one. GOAT.
You're the best.
But what are the abbreviations? You know how abbreviations work?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't slow it down
But it's
anymore.
us, Franny.
Greatest of all time?
Greatest of all time. Nice job.
Wait till you're my $1.85 story. You're going to die.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait after this. ETA.
The time you're going to show up.
Estimated time of arrival. Still not getting this abbreviation. Still. Estimated time of arrival.
I know OMY. That one I know.
TIA.
Tight as? No.
This one's newer to me, too.
Tips in your ass? No.
Thanks in advance.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good way to kiss somebody's ass.
GM, you should know.
Good morning.
Good morning is correct. TTYS. Do you know this one, Jimmy?
TTYS.
Uh-huh.
And not TTYL.
Yep.
That's the one I know.
Yeah, so
Talk
that-
to you later.
Similar. Talk to you soon.
Oh, soon. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So
All right.
similar. This one, don't use FWIW. I'll just let you know for what it's worth.
Oh, all right.
Uh-huh. AFAIK.
Ooh, that's deep.
As far as I know. Like, who's doing this?
My God. Just write it out.
And then this one, ICWYDT. Right, I'm with you. Like, are you gonna? Why are you gonna make me guess what this? ICWYDT. These are claims. These are abbreviations you should know or you should be using when texting.
I see. Let's see if I can work my way through this one. No.
ICWYDT.
In case
No.
we.
So this was a tricky one.
I don't know.
This one's tricky because the second word doesn't start with a C in this.
I have no clue.
Which is ridiculous. It's I see what you did there.
I see.
Yeah.
What
But the
you did
abbreviation is ICW, right? So that one doesn't make any sense.
That is
and then if you get this one, this is kind of a jerk one. TLDR. That stands for too long, didn't read it. So if you send somebody a text message and they sent you that, they're like, no interest in reading it. Too long, didn't read it.
When do you, both of you, when do you not read a text? Like, how many lines has it got to be? Like, if you
If
get
somebody
someone.
send me a text, I'm reading the whole thing.
You are?
I read it.
Yes. She's like, I don't.
I don't.
He doesn't read emails.
He doesn't read emails.
I know.
texts.
No emails, no nothing.
And that's just work related.
So this is a good segue into
Yes.
the 185.
Let's talk about your 185 story.
Okay, so if you know me or listen to me, and I appreciate it, and Franny and Jimmy know me on a regular basis, unfortunately for them, 4 hours a day, I don't pay attention, and usually I have somebody do something for me. So I got an email. My buddy was on my phone, and he said to me, hey, you got an email from this company. And I said to him, oh, yeah, what's it say? He goes, you got to download some stuff, and you got a refund check. And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. He goes, I'll do it for you. I said, all right, good. So we're out and about. And he was like, you got a refund for $1.85.
Okay. And this is legitimate? You had no worries about it being a scam?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't because of the company that it was.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. And he goes, you want to do it? And I said, not really. I said, I don't care about $1.85. He goes, all you got to do is fill out all this stuff. You should get it. It's a check. I said, I don't want to do it. I really don't care. So it was about 6 weeks ago. So Wednesday, I get a letter from this company in my mailbox, and I could see it was a check. So I was like, it was that and my FP&L bill. I said, well, my FP&L bill I know was paid for like 6 months because I paid the first month. I gave him like $300 check. I said, okay, so I'm good there. I said, and that's the check for $1.85. So I'm just going to throw both of them out. So I was leaving my house that night, and I tripped over like a little curb outside my driveway, and I went flying. And the garbage went all over the place. And when it went all over the place, that one check was by itself. So I was like, oh, this friggin' check. I'm going to put it back in the garbage. I put it back in the garbage. And as I got into my car and I drove away from my driveway, it was still there. I don't know how it ended up going back, and it was there. So then I got it, and I'm the same guy. Like, if there was a leave in my pool in the middle of the night and I did this, I would go downstairs, jump in the pool like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, get the leave out.
Just driving you crazy.
It was driving me crazy. So I said, you know what? Let me open up the check. How much do you think the check was for? Was it A, $1.85? Was it B, $11.85? Was it $110.85? Or was it $1,185?
$118,000.
I'm guessing it's not the 185 because you're giving us this option. So I'm going to go the 1185. $1,185.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's what it was. It was a check for $1,185, and I was going to throw it away. Now, I would have never known because the company would have never reached out to me. They would have been like, all right, you just didn't sign it.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, pay attention, read your mail, your emails, and your texts.
Or not.
Or not. Or not.
It's overrated, Greek.
Yeah, I know. It is overrated. But if I didn't trip, it wouldn't have happened. So sometimes in life, there's a lesson. Something bad happens, and then something good happens. So you don't know. So I'm going to take all that money and put it on Georgia Tech tomorrow, plus the 10.5. So hopefully it all works out. This is a very good show, by the way.
Georgia Tech?
Yes, Georgia Tech, plus 10.5. I've been preaching them all week, actually all month. They were 13 about 2 weeks ago, but now they're down to 10.5. There is speculation on the Vegas Strip that it will go down to 9.5 by tomorrow. But take Georgia Tech plus the 10.5. Jimmy, great show, as always. Thanks for all your help, everything you do with the blog, and everything you bring to the table. Thank you, my friend.
Well, thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis, and thank you for listening.
Friday is a sad day for me, Franny, because it's no Franny Saturday and Sundays. But guess what? We'll be back Monday, and I'm looking forward to it.
I thought you were going to come see me tonight.
I have a big party in Fort Lauderdale I have to be at. And it's business related. I'm trying to put money on the table for us.
Yeah.
But great job as always.
For us?
Look at my shirt. It's got a hole in it. That's how bad things are.
Definitely not for us.
Great job as always. You are the apple in apple pie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, of course. Jimmy G-Man, thank you for everything. Have a wonderful weekend. And, of course, thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. And make sure that you put that word lucky to 200-200. Text it to 200-200 because you still got time. The next keyword is happening at 5 o'clock, and that will get you to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Who was a luckier person? The man who went through the storm or the man who's going to get the storm? Ooh, think about that. Very deep. D-E-E-P. Very deep. Greek Zone is next. We keep it simple around here. Greek Zone, meow. We'll be back.
Created YouTube.
Well, this and cat videos, but mainly for the cat videos.
Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to give you $1,000 and send you to Vegas, baby. We're giving you a round-trip airfare to Las Vegas, a 2-night hotel stay, and we'll give you 2 tickets to both nights of our iHeartRadio Music Festival. And oh yeah, $1,000 too. Listen for the keywords to text every weekday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Object on the roadway, West Palm Beach, 95 North at Forest Hill Boulevard. Left lane is blocked. Use some extra care through there. Crash now off to the shoulder, 95 North at Indiantown Road. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Assurance Power Systems. Hurricane season is here. Since 2005, Assurance Power Systems has installed thousands of Generac generators for customers across South Florida. Call today or visit them at assurancepower.com to learn more.
Hey, it's a Greek. College football kicks off this weekend, and when they're in the red zone, you want them to score and don't fumble. Well, that's the same thing with your finance. You don't want your finance guy to make a mistake. Maybe today you got to relook at your lineup and call Trajan Wealth to ensure you're making the right financial moves for your future. Don't fumble on your retirement. Call Trajan Wealth today, 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Sit down with somebody at Trajan Wealth today, and you can figure out a plan and a goal so when you're in the red zone for your retirement, you score every time. It's Trajan Wealth. Call them. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Pays. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
Is there a sticker on your garage door? If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers